And they've got that big offensive line, so it wouldn't make sense to do anything different.
Well, Coach, this Friday night is also
slow the spread of COVID-19 by 1, wearing a face mask covering at all times unless consuming food or drink, 2, maintaining at least 6 foot of distance at all times from other groups and individuals outside your household, and 3, washing or sanitizing your hands often and avoiding touching eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Tonight's game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Officials for tonight's game have been selected with the consent of both schools, and the role of the official is not unlike that of players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you, as students, parents, and spectators, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility by respecting the rulings for tonight's game. Everyone with the Crockett ISD welcomes our visitors from Diboll, and we hope that everyone enjoys this athletic event. It is the intention of Crockett ISD to provide a safe and enjoyable environment for students, staff, parents, and guests. Stadium rules are posted, and we ask that everyone comply with posted rules, as well as requests by Crockett ISD staff and security personnel. Failure to comply may result in the immediate ejection of the violator from this and possible future events, and we thank you for your cooperation. Tonight's game is a result of many hours of preparation. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, these players, along with their coaches, have worked hard to get to this level by proving their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that you support them with your cheers, your applause, and your good sportsmanship, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the values of athletics. By your conduct, allow these athletes, along with their coaches, to represent their schools with pride and honor. While your sportsmanship-like actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a much greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation and support for the students who will be taking part indirectly with tonight's game. The cheerleaders, the bands, the pep squads, and the students who support their teams both at home and away. These young people play an integral part in the team's success. For your convenience, our concession stands are located on each side of the west end, along with restroom facilities. We thank you for your attendance tonight, and again, to those of you that are visitors from Diboll, welcome to Crockett. Later, we'll have our school songs, and right before play action starts, we'll have our moment of silence and the national anthem.
It's a little cool out there on stands.
Well, that wind out of the northwest at about 11 miles per hour. We'll look at the game conditions coming up momentarily. You're listening to the Knox Furniture pregame report live from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium, getting ready for a 7 o'clock kickoff between the Crockett Bulldogs and the visiting Diboll LumberJacks. And Tommy, when you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the year, everybody wanted to be at this point undefeated in district. There's only 2 teams left, the Crockett Bulldogs and the Diboll LumberJacks. This is why you turn the lights on Friday night, and whoever leaves here tonight with the W will be in sole possession of first place.
With 2 games to go.
With 2 games to go in the district. So, huge ball game, and this is why you play football on Friday nights, for a game like this, with all of the tangibles that's attached to it.
Yeah, you take a quick look at the district standings. Crockett 3-0, Diboll 3-0, Cold Spring 2-1, Trinity 1-2, Westwood 1-2, Huntington 1-3, Elkhart winless yet. So the winner of this game is going to go to 4-0, And, with 2 games to go, obviously you're going to punch a ticket probably to be the first-place team, more than likely.
More than likely, again, Crockett will go next Friday night to Oakhurst, Cold Spring. That's a road game. That's the last road game of the regular season. And then we'll wrap up the 2020 campaign here at home, senior night, against the Trinity Tigers. But a lot will be determined tonight. Someone is leaving in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I tell you, the team I think that's on the rise is the Trinity Tigers. They're 1-2. Haven't played Crockett yet, but tonight I'm not sure if they're going to have a game against Elkhart or if it's just going to be a forfeit. So that's going to give them another win. So they're going to be 2-2. And if Cold Spring and Westwood, the winner of that game is going to be 2-2 also. So the winner of the Cold Spring Westwood games, the loser might be the odd man out.
Well, the game is scheduled. Elkhart is supposed to be back playing football after the health issues that they had to deal with over the past couple of weeks. So we certainly wish them all the success. Neighboring school district, not too far to the north from us here at Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium. But Tommy, when you look at this ball game tonight, Crockett's a second half team. We know that. We've seen that most of the season. So Diboll, a lot of polls early picked them to win the district. So that's probably not changed a lot. Although Cold Spring did get a few nods there from some of the other polls, but Crockett has always been picked third. You had Diboll most first, Cold Spring second, and Crockett third, and Elkhart was picked fourth. But they've kind of had some issues this season. But I think Crockett has surprised a lot of folks, and we're going to continue to do that. And if we start out early and the defense rears up like we know they're capable of doing, I think the Bulldogs get in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the polls, of course, they go off of what the team had last year, and they knew that we graduated our quarterback last year, and this young kid, Jaden Collins, kind of just came out of nowhere and has blossomed this year, and thank good God he's a freshman. Just a sophomore, got him for 2 more years. But Diboll started out, of course, they lost the game, I think, because I don't know if it was because of the hurricane or if it was COVID or what, but they've only played 6 games. Their record is 3-3. They lost their first 3 games. They lost to Madisonville, lost to Liberty, got shut out by Liberty, lost to Livingston. Then the only 3 wins they have so far are Trinity, Huntington, and Westwood. So, not slighting Huntington, Trinity, or Westwood, but they haven't played the Crockett or a Cold Spring or even a Huntington yet. So, they did play Huntington, but they scored 170 points, giving up 136, averaging 29 offensively, giving up 23. Crockett, of course, we're 5-2, 3-0 in district. We've scored 260 points in 1 more game, giving up 130 and played 1 more game. So we're averaging 37 points scoring and giving up 19. So, something's going to bend or break right here. They're a good-looking team. They might be short of maybe Buffalo. They might be maybe Rusk. They might be the best team we've played so far this year.
Well, and you know that Diboll certainly likes to run the ball. They certainly got some strong running backs. But if they catch you on your toes, Tommy, they're not afraid to put it up in the air.
Well, exactly right. In years past, teams that had a dominant runner would just gash us. They would just run all night on us. And I remember some season we just couldn't stop the run. We had to try to keep trying to score with them. This team this year, they've done a better, of course, I hope it don't come back to haunt me for saying this, but they've done a better job at
downtown Crockett.
Hi, this is Kathy Calvert, General Manager of Houston County Electric Cooperative, inviting you to tune into our virtual annual meeting, which will be streamed over the internet at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 29th. Because of the pandemic and the need to keep both our members and employees safe, we are not able to have an in-person meeting this year. We are sad that we will not be able to visit with you face-to-face and enjoy the great fish fry dinner that we all love. For more details, visit our website. We hope you join us online Thursday evening, October 29th at 6 p.m.
Aurora Concepts, LLC and Family Medical Practice located at 1261 Loop 304 in Crockett. No appointment needed, just walk in. Affordable, convenient, and caring. Aurora Concepts open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Aurora Concepts accepts insurance of all kinds, Medicare and Medicaid, and if you're a cash-paying patient, Aurora Concept is very, very affordable. When you're sick, head to Aurora Concepts, a family medical practice with no appointment necessary located at 1261 Loop 304 in Crockett.
Welcome back to Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium, and we want to say a special hello to Mr. Stephen Huff, who is tuned in to tonight's broadcast, rooting for the Bulldogs. I know Stephen very well, and so do you, T-Mac, and we know deep down inside he likes the Crockett Bulldogs. He may not tell you up front, but deep down inside he's a big Bulldog supporter. Looking at those game conditions, Tommy, 56 degrees, feels like 53, wind out of the northwest at 11. Kickoff is about 7 minutes away, and those game conditions brought to you by Crockett Eye Clinic, Dr. McCall and Dr. Castleberry. Go by and see those friendly folks, and they will help your vision. And sometimes, Tommy, you and I up here in this press box, we need a little help with our vision.
Yeah, you know, last year you always brought some binoculars. This year we haven't had them a single game, so
they're in a different bag. I kind of downsized a little bit.
No problem.
Just got another text from Stephen. Anyway, he should be over in Bryan getting ready for a wedding. I don't know why he's messing with me, but maybe he'll be over tomorrow. Anyways, go ahead, Tommy.
It looks like the quarterback, I'm looking at a max prep, so really don't know a whole lot about Diboll, but looks like the quarterback's going to be a senior, number 11, Jalen Willis. He's the only one that got listed on this max prep sheet, so I'm going to trust this sheet. At least it's not a JV sheet like I had a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah.
Mitchell Huff rubbed it in, I heard, on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're not going to rehash it, but Tommy just had the wrong roster for Elkhart and said they were real young.
No one said you had to read to have this job, obviously.
But, Tommy, I'll tell you, I think, we're looking forward to a big ball game tonight, and Pink Out in honor and recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I know that the cheerleaders have got some pink on. I got a little cap on that's got some pink. And players, they've got socks on and some wristbands and towels and so forth. So we need the crowd to come on out. But again, 56 degrees, feels like 53. Should be, by the time the game's over, probably, Tommy, in the upper 40s.
Well, that's football weather to me. You know,
there's no doubt.
You get out there and you run hard, and you're not just sweating and panting. I mean, it's just football weather.
Unless you're coming up them stairs to the press box.
And I've had several people ask me this week, what's your take on this game? And I said, well, I think they're going to be bigger than us. We probably might be a little faster than them overall. I said, Crockett has got to play a clean game, cut way down on the penalties. Collins has to have a good game at quarterback, and Easterling and the rest of the running backs got to have a good game. I mean, we can beat them, but if we come out and play sloppy, we can get beat by 2 scores.
Well, and, when we played Westwood the last game we had before our bye, we had 21 penalties called against us, and that was a different take, and we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
We're going to take about a 2.5-minute break. You're listening to the Knox Furniture pregame report live from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium. We're back in 2.5 minutes on K.I.V.Y.
Carol, can you smell that?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time that I ask that everyone please rise. Gentlemen, remove cover as we have our moment of silence, followed by our national anthem presented by the Crockett Bulldog Band.
pregame report, getting ready for Crockett Diboll. Both teams 3-0 in district. The winner of this one will have sole possession of first place. And, you know, Tommy, as we talked, when you look at it on paper, it looks very, very even.
Yeah, and, you know, remember, they came over here last year, and they might have been undefeated when they came over last year. And Crockett had, a pretty seasoned team. And we played right with them through the first half and was going to go in to score. And I think we turned the ball over right for the first half. And after that, they had their way with us in the second half, and I think ended up beating us by, maybe 2 or 3 scores.
It was, they kind of took control in that second half. And that's, I believe, Crockett just keeps it close here in the first half, get in to the locker room at halftime, make a few adjustments here and there, and then get this thing rolling in the third and the fourth quarter. But we're about a minute away. Once we get officials. We don't have officials out here on the field right now.
Really?
No. There is no officials. We've got the captains lined up, but we have no officials.
I wonder if they're even here. I hope so.
It's 2020, isn't
it? Yes.
So why would we expect something, So anyway, we have no officials.
I got a feeling I might be completely wrong, but I got a feeling we're going to come out throwing the ball. And we're going to set up the...
Here they come.
Set up the run with the pass.
I hope you're absolutely correct. Tommy, one of the things that...
I think that's the official that wanted the scorekeeper to come down to the stands. Remember a couple of years ago? I think that's the same white hat.
Well...
He's strict.
It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. But, again, getting ready for kickoff. And, Tommy, the Astros didn't quite get us there, but they had a good season.
Well, yeah, I mean, you hate to make excuses, but when you lose Cole, then you lose Verlander, then you lose the Rookie of the Year, then you lose your closer, it's a miracle they got what they got.
That's right.
And Dusty, I think, did a really good job. I don't know how long Dusty's going to hang. He might probably come back another year.
He signed a 2-year contract, but you're right.
And I'm not really a Dodgers fan, but I'm actually cheering for the Dodgers against the Rays because a guy like Kershaw, as good a pitcher he's been for the last 15 years, he deserves to have a championship ring.
Well, he looked pretty solid in game one. Yeah. Now they didn't.
They're playing tonight. We won't update them like we did the Astros last week, but we'll check those scores.
We'll stay on top of. Captain's going out to the field. Number 7, Landon Dodge, representing Diboll, and number 54, Purvis Torres, representing the Bulldogs. And
they don't even have 7 in the max prep, so I think we might do away with that.
They don't. Yeah,
he's not even in there.
He's not on that list. But number 7 is a senior, Landon Dodge, and again, we're going to find out who's the quarterback because we're not exactly sure because on the list that we have for Diboll, it does not give their positions.
Well, on this max preps, it says Jalen Willis is the only quarterback listed, but 7 might be the quarterback possibly.
So Crockett wins the flip and defers, and Diboll will receive. Crockett and all got the blue jerseys and the white pants. Diboll all white with the red numerals. So those should be pretty easy for us to see, Tommy.
Yeah, they're not as these when the numbers get kind of weird shaped, it's really hard to read it.
Special thanks to Knox Furniture for bringing you your pregame report live from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium. They're open till noon tomorrow. Go by and see them. Let them know you appreciate their support of Bulldog Athletics. Been a long-time supporter of Crockett ISD. The Knox family, good folks to do business with. Go by and see them. Open till noon tomorrow, 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, located just off the square in downtown Crockett. As number 32 for the Crockett Bulldogs, Antonio Cruz, is going to tee it up. Little Cutshaw Chevrolet kickoff. Our first quarter action brought to you by the Houston County Electric Cooperative. And, Tommy, we got room for a lot of fans to come in. This weather may be keeping
I think keeping some of them at the house.
Again, Cruz has it teed up on the 40-yard line. Kickoff brought to you by Cutshaw Chevrolet. And he puts his foot into it, but it's going to kind of hit the ground at about the 15-yard line, taken by number 10. He's going to be stood up and dropped,
Good tackle.
Spun forward to about the 28-yard line, 27, 28. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like the 28, and that's where Diboll will set up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Not a real deep kick, but good coverage on the kick.
Well, it had a lot of hang time, and then he kind of kicked it to where nobody was at, so it took that one bounce. Again, 56 degrees, feels like 53, wind out of the northwest at 11 miles an hour. Game conditions brought to you by Crockett Eye Clinic, Dr. McCall, and Dr. Castleberry. Diboll is going to come out in the shotgun formation. Number 12 is going to be their quarterback, Tommy, and that's
Ray. That's Ray.
Yeah, we're just going to call him Ray. Hands off to number 22. He's going around the left-hand side. He breaks one tackle. He breaks two. He's going to pick up about, Tommy,
about 15 yards.
About 15 yards.
We had him stopped twice, but kind of just, an arm tackle, and he broke loose each time. Nice gain. Kind of faked everybody. He faked it. Looked like he faked it to him, and everybody thought he was going to come up and pass the ball, but he actually had the ball.
Well, we never got down on his legs to try to stop him there. He just kept churning and churning and churning.
Who was that back?
Number 22, Jalen Jackson. Now the quarterback's going to come up under center. Two receivers to the right-hand side. He hands back off to Jackson. He's at the midfield. He's into Crockett territory. He's finally going to be taken down at about the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs.
About a 20-yard gain.
And they're running, off center, and that Jackson, you can tell he's a key part of their offense here.
Well,
in this ball game.
And one impressive thing is they had like 4 guys 20 yards down the field blocking. You don't see that every day in high school football. So good job by the Diboll offensive line.
And they're big, Tom.
Yeah, they're big. They outweigh our defensive line probably 20, 30 pounds a man.
So now Ray goes back into shotgun formation. Jackson, the lone running back in the backfield. They hand back off to him. This time we stop.
Number 8 came in from behind.
Is that 8 or number 9? I believe that's number 9, Tommy. If I can get that jersey. That looks like number 9.
Yeah, I think that is 9.
That's Walker. That's Xavier Walker.
Freshman.
Now, they've got him listed on this roster as a junior.
And he was a freshman earlier this year. I hope he's still a freshman.
Maybe he's taking a couple
Maybe
of
he's
tests.
really smart.
Taking a couple of tests and buffed up. They lost
2 yards.
Lost 2 yards. Second down and 12 for Diboll on the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Yet to throw the ball yet.
Shotgun formation for Ray. Diboll is going to take a timeout. We're going to take it with them. 0-0 with 10 minutes to go in this first quarter, brought to you by the Houston County Electric Cooperative. We're back in 60 seconds.
October is here, and that means Truck Month has finally arrived at Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland. Cutshaw Chevrolet has a huge inventory of models with price clearly marked on the windshield with special Truck Month keeping it simple prices. Don't let Truck Month pass you by without going by and taking one of the new Silverados for a test drive. That's keeping it simple at Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland for Truck Month. Also visit Cutshaw Chevrolet's website for some unbelievable pricing on all the inventory at Cutshaw Chevrolet. Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland, where they're always keeping it simple. Chevrolet, finding new roads.
Darling Ingredients in Grapeland is pleased to support the youth of Houston County and sends their best wishes to the Crockett Bulldogs during the 2020 season. For more information about a career with Darling Ingredients in Grapeland, visit darlingii.com. Again, that's darlingii.com. Darling Ingredients, the team behind the team for the Crockett Bulldogs.
Return back to action. Number 22 takes the handoff from Ray. No gain on that to bring up 3rd down and 12. Ball still at the 36-yard line. Crockett has stood up on these last 2 offensive running plays.
They have, and I think we're going to find out what type of arm the quarterback has on this play, unless they're trying to just get 5 or 6 and go for it on 4th.
2 receivers to the right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback dropping back. He finds number 9 coming across the middle. He's going to be just a little bit short.
Oh, he got a good spot.
Yeah, he did. I think he's going to get the 1st down.
Stop was made by number 16, Marion Manning.
They might measure that. No, they're calling first down.
They're calling for a 1st down.
It couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 inches as his 1st down.
So pass completed from the quarterback to Colby Stewart, number 9, right at 12 yards on that reception, Tommy, to pick up 1st and 10 for the LumberJacks. Ball at the 24-yard line of the Crockett Bulldogs. Now they're going to have split wide receivers with Jackson by himself in the backfield. He takes the handoff going around the left-hand side. Yeah, he breaks one tackle, but he's finally going to be drugged down from behind by number 2 of the Crockett Bulldogs, which is DeMontron Bedford.
Yeah, they found something they like on that left side. Every running play they've run has been to the left, so they've got really probably their best offensive linemen on that left-hand side, and they're just following those big guys around the end.
Checking in for the Bulldogs is number 3, Courtney Bird. Checking out is Chapman. 2nd down and 4 for Diboll inside that red zone. Just under 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. Again, brought to you by the Houston County Electric Cooperative. Going to put these 2 split receivers out. Now they've added another running back, Tommy, in the backfield. And the 22 takes the handoff. Number 2 takes the handoff, which is Jalen McMillan, but his feet slipped out from under him.
It'll be just a little short of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and maybe a yard.
Ball sitting right at the 15-yard line.
And we knew this before the game started. Diboll is going to score. Crockett's going to score. It's just going to see who scores the most. I think the winning score could be in the 30s in this game.
They're going to split those wide receivers, one to the right, one to the left. Ray up under center. Hands back off to number 2. He breaks one tackle. He's going to pick up the 1st down, plus a little bit more. Going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Bedford in on that tackle, as well as number 30 for the Crockett Bulldogs, Anderson.
When they get him stood up like that, that's when those guys need to come in there and try to strip that ball out. Turnover here would be, an apple turnover would be very delicious right now.
It would be. 7:50 to go in this first quarter. And as we talked about during the Knox Furniture pregame report, Tommy, they like to run the ball.
Yeah, one pass through the whole.
And that was only done because they had to.
Ooh.
Now we got all kinds of problems.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, that should be a 5-yard
illegal shift.
Unless the
guy went in motion, then he went into the interior line.
Yeah. So should be a 5-yard penalty against Diboll.
It should be a legal shift.
Unless they're going to give them the timeout. So we had one official throw the flag.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day, so they're having to kind of get together and talk about it.
They're going to call a legal procedure, so that's going to move them back 5 yards.
They can't get a first down.
Now they're going to charge them with that timeout. So
I think
they call the penalty, plus Diboll tried to get slick and call the timeout before the penalty was called. So now they've charged them with the timeout and the penalty.
Lost the penalty. We'll take that.
First and goal to goal, the ball at the 15-yard line. Pitch back to number 2. He's going to be stood up by the Crockett Bulldogs. So McMillan and Jackson right now seem to be the 1-2 combination for the Diboll LumberJacks. And like you said, Tommy, everything has gone to that left-hand side.
Yeah, they haven't run. I mean, they've probably run, 8 offensive running plays, and every single one has been to the offensive left side. We had a guy brushed in there. I couldn't see who that was. Was that Pierce or somebody came in and almost took his legs out, but he was able to gain about 3 yards down to the 12.
Second down and goal to goal. Ball at the 12-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Quarterback drops back, looking for a receiver. Big rush there by the Bulldogs.
Intercepted.
And it's intercepted. It's at the 20, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Intercepted there. Great defensive play by number 12 of the Crockett Bulldogs, Randy Jones.
I can't believe he threw that ball.
Hey, and you call that turnover, Tommy, and that's exactly
that was an apple turnover.
That was an apple.
I'm going to write it right here so we won't use it again tonight.
Huge defensive stand there by the Crockett Bulldogs.
Yeah, the quarterback, I don't think he really had the ball secured in his hand, and he threw it. Looked like a discus coming out of his hand, and easy interception for Randy Jones. And if he'd have had, maybe 2 more yards of turf, he'd have scored.
Well, he picked it off at about the 6-yard line and brought it and was finally run out of bounds at the 30. First and 10 for the Crockett Bulldogs. Handoff there to Easterling, number 13.
He's going to pick up a good
6 yards.
He ran hard.
Yeah, he did. Crockett right back up to the line of scrimmage. Offensive play being called in from the sidelines. 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Easterling, he finds a hole. He's going to pick up a hard road Neal heating and air first down. He needed 4, give him 5 on it. Move those sticks. Ball at the 41-yard line.
You know, we saw this 2 weeks ago in Westwood. He ran the ball hard, as hard as we've seen him run the ball in 2 years. I mean, if he can do that tonight, I like what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. Again, 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Easterling go. Oh.
Somebody said nope.
Yep.
Loss of about 3.
And that was Jalen McMillan. That was a hit. He shot the gap from that defensive inside.
Oh, I mean, he put his helmet in the middle of his chest and knocked him back a yard. I mean, it's a good, clean form tackle.
Little incomplete pass there.
Yeah, put a man in motion, Randy Jones, and he was out in the flank, and kind of a tough pass, tough catch, and incomplete. Probably a good thing it was incomplete because they were right there to tackle him, but it went for another 2-yard loss. So 3rd and 13.
So you know Collins should be rearing back to throw this one.
You got to think Jones or White.
3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Collins looking downfield. Receiver,
he fell down.
Number 8, Jeremy Johnson. Feet just slipped out from under him.
Yeah, he went about a 20-yard route and went to make his cut to come back to the sideline, and his feet just came out from underneath him. Collins still threw a good pass, and he almost caught it laying on the ground.
You're exactly right. Cruz going out for a Cutshaw Chevrolet punt.
Be nice if they could get off a big one right here. They got their return man about the 33-yard line of Diboll.
We just need a good, there you go. Nice punt.
Oh, yeah, not even going to be returned. It's going to go out probably about the 27, 28.
That punt brought to you by Cutshaw Chevrolet, keeping it simple in Grapeland. Go by and see them. They're open until 2 o'clock tomorrow. And lots of vehicles to choose from there at Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland.
I guarantee it didn't go out to 25, but we'll take it. The official never looked back at the white hat to tell him where to mark the ball. He just put down the 25.
I think it went out about the 31, 32
28
yard
or 29 for sure. Well, they looked a little better on their first offensive possession than we did, but still, I mean, we've eat up almost 8 minutes of the first quarter, 0-0 here at the Jack, Crockett and Diboll.
There's no doubt. So 1st and 10 for the Diboll LumberJacks. They're going to put those receivers to the far left. That's the first time we've seen this formation by Diboll.
Hey, they ran to our side.
Yeah,
we'll stop him for a loss.
And that's a different running back.
I don't think they're
That's number 20. That's James Johnson. We've not called his number.
You don't have to call me Johnson. Showing my age there. And they're going to call it no gain. Ball still at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 10. We need to stop them right here and get good field possession.
2nd down and 10 for the Diboll LumberJacks.
They jumped.
Yeah, they did.
And no flag.
Number 20's taking the handoff again. They got to get him at his feet, Tommy. Give him about 7 yards, 8 yards on that carry.
He's strong. I mean, he had a guy on his back and a guy around him, and he just kept churning his legs, picked up an extra 3 or 4 yards. We'll give him 8 yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
We definitely need the defense to stand up right here and to force them into a punting situation. 3 minutes and 3:50 to go in this first quarter. Again, brought to you by the Houston County Electric Cooperative. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Number 20 takes the handoff. Tommy, he did, no, but he didn't make the
he's
down.
Short. They had to get to the 30, and they marked him about half a yard short. See if Diboll's going to gamble, or
it looks like they're gambling.
James Johnson on the carry.
They might try to make us see if we'll jump and then punt the ball. I can't see them going for it here on the 29 or 34-yard line, but let's see.
4th and 1. Shotgun formation for the quarterback. He hands off to number 20.
He's going to be tackled in the backfield.
He slipped. His feet come right out from under him.
52. DJ Williams right there to knock him down. He lost about 2 yards. Crockett's going to take over at their own 33-yard line.
Excellent. Now, Crockett needs to cash in right here, Tommy.
At the Diboll 33-yard line.
Tommy, they need to cash the register.
C08.
Crockett's going to come out 1st and 10, the ball at the 33-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to strike quick with a pass here to one of the split outs, 2 to each side.
That's right. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Collins in the shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff. Can't tell whose number that is over there, Tommy.
I think that's K.I.V.Y.
It's going to be number 15, K.I.V.Y.
Going to pick up
about
4 yards.
Bring up 2nd down and 6.
First completion on the night for Collins, 1 for 3.
Bulldogs need to score right here while we have the opportunity. 5:35 to go in this. Makes that 2:36. I'm looking over here in this reflection. 2:36 to go. Collins airing it out. You've got a receiver. Touchdown
to number 8.
Jeremy Johnson.
Good pass.
34-yard touchdown pass play from
29.
Was it 29?
Yeah.
Well, let's 29. 34.
I didn't want to correct you, but it's on the board.
It doesn't matter. It's a touchdown.
touchdown.
Crockett goes on top, 6-0, pending this extra point. Brought to you by K.I.V.Y Chevrolet. And we talked about Collins having a big game. That was a big-time pass right there from Collins to Jeremy Johnson, number 8 for the Crockett Bulldogs. That combination, Collins to Johnson. Cruz out for the extra point. Snap is a little low, but he gets it and puts it up through the uprights. So, Tommy, with 2:29 to go in this first quarter, brought to you by Houston County Electric Cooperative, the Bulldogs on top, 7-0. We're back in 60 seconds.
Whether you have a medical condition affecting your eyes or you just want the best value in a new pair of glasses, Crockett Eye Clinic is the only vision source facility in Houston County with the cutting-edge technology necessary to diagnose and treat any ocular condition. They also offer the latest designs in frames and newest advances in contact lenses. Crockett Eye Clinic with Doctors McCall and Castleberry is your Crockett vision source. Call 936-544-3763 to make an appointment today.
If you're looking for a variety, try our mix and match deal. Order 2 or more items for just $5.99 each. Pick from any of our medium 2-topping pizzas, delicious oven-baked sandwiches, chicken wings, bread twist with dipping sauce, pasta dishes, specialty chicken, stuffed cheesy bread, or our 9-piece marble cookie brownies. Visit Domino's, located at 1000 Loop 304 in Crockett, or call them tonight, 936-624-0111. Domino's Pizza, proud to support the Crockett Bulldogs.
Welcome back, K.I.V.Y Chevrolet. It's driven deep and now going to be returned by
number 2,
Jalen McMillan. He's going to be stopped, Tommy, at about the 24-yard line, so that's where Diboll will set up 1st and 10. And
again, good coverage. I mean, our kick coverage has been so much better than it was the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, and again, these first 2 kickoffs by Cruz, the hang time is what's allowed our coverage to get down there and to set up and not give up those lanes. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Number 2 takes the handoff and going straight up the middle. He breaks
flag.
1 tackle. He's at the 40. He's at the 45.
He's tough.
He's going to be finally driven out of bounds into Crockett territory. But, Tommy, you said there was a flag.
Well, maybe it was something for one of the players' jersey. Uniform fell off because there was something yellow laying out there, but it's not laying out there now. So that
went from the 24 of the Diboll LumberJacks all the way down to the 44 of the Crockett Bulldogs. Big run there by number 2, Jalen McMillan. He just kind of went straight up the middle and then veered to the right and just didn't want to go down. Their backs, you got to get them at the legs. You're not going to be able to tackle
22.
Tackle them. 22, Jackson takes the handoff.
There you go.
Pop them. And
number 2, Bedford, and that was number 9. Trying to see the number right here on it's way back here. 13, Easterling came in and gave him a good pop, illegal pop.
Loss of 1, bring up 2nd down and 11. They're just kind of running back by committee here, Tom.
Yeah, their offensive line's bigger than us, but a couple of them boys out there, I got a feeling come fourth quarter time, they're going to be gassed a little bit.
Huffing and puffing. 1:30 to go here in this first quarter. Number 2 takes the handoff. He's going to get inside the 40-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5, Tommy. Give him about 7 on that carry. It was 2nd down and 12. So give him 7. Bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he's slippery. I mean, you got to get him low. If you tackle him high, he's just going to keep turning his legs and you can take you for a ride.
Ball at the 39-yard line of Crockett. Crockett leading 7-0 under 1 minute to go here in this first quarter. Quarterback fakes the handoff. He passes to number 1, Clark. Clark is going to pick up a 1st down.
Toby Clark on the reception.
Gave him way too much room out there.
1st down, LumberJacks.
We took kind of like a bad pursuit angle on the tackle, and that's why he picked up the 1st down.
Clock stop with 47 seconds to go in this first quarter. 1st and 10 for Diboll. Ball at the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs.
They're getting almost down to 10 seconds now on the play clock.
They don't only have 1 timeout left because they burned 2 here in this first quarter. The number 2 takes the handoff.
Strong.
He just goes straight up through the middle.
Strong.
Number 2, Jalen McMillan, only a junior, Tommy. Ball's going to be inside, right at the 20-yard line. Another 1st down for the Diboll LumberJacks. Now, this is about where the defense stood up the last time and forced that interception.
Yeah, probably going maybe 1 more play, possibly 2 more plays here in the first quarter. 30 seconds on the clock and ticking.
They're going to put 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand off to number 2.
Yeah, good stop.
Absolutely.
No
No gain. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Bedford's got to come out. He lost his helmet.
Yeah, it's good that the quarter's going to end and he can come right back out.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter here at Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium, brought to you by the Houston County Electric Cooperative. Our Bulldogs lead the LumberJacks 7-0. We're back with second quarter action in 60 seconds.
Lucas Roofing and Sheet Metal on Southwest Loop 304 in Crockett are the experts. Roofing with speed and great service. James Lucas has consistently met the needs of East Texans in a professional manner. Whether residential or commercial, you can depend on a free estimate from his staff in a courteous manner. Lucas Roofing will help you with your insurance claim or new construction too. Lucas Roofing and Sheet Metal, covering East Texas thoroughly. 936-544-7992.
Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches offers approximately 80 undergraduate degrees and more than 120 areas of study. From accounting to wildlife management and everything in between, SFA can help you achieve your educational goals and prepare you for life. And with face-to-face, online, and hybrid course offerings, you can be a lumberjack from anywhere. For admission requirements and other information about SFA, log on to sfasu.edu today.
Welcome back. Second quarter action here on K.I.V.Y. with our Crockett Bulldogs, brought to you by Aurora Concepts, located on Loop 304 East in Crockett, just past Walmart. And the Bulldogs, Tommy, won that first quarter 7-0. We just got to force a turnover here. Ball at the 20-yard line of the Bulldogs. Diboll second down and 10.
I'm thinking lemon turnover.
Lemon turnover this time? Well, I'm good with that. Quarterback's going to hand off to number 2, McMillan. He's hard to bring down. He's going to get inside.
Down inside the 10.
Yep, another first down.
At the 9-yard, right outside the 9-yard line. 2 and 22 are two really good backs. Jalen McMillan is number 2, and 22 is Jalen Jackson. The Jalen crew. Spelled different, though.
The law firm of Jalen and Jalen.
One with an E and one with an O.
First and goal to goal, the ball at the 9-yard line. And, you know, Tommy, we got to stop them running backs at their legs. We're not going to be able to tackle them up high. As number 2 takes the handoff again, he's going to be taken down. Number 69.
He was laying there like he was hurt for a second, but no, he popped right back up. That was number 2.
Number 59.
59 is Weston Reeves on the bottom.
Okay, I see it written in. Yeah, Weston Reeves on the tackle there. Second and goal to go, ball at the 7-yard line. Crockett, again, defensively, needs to force that turnover, but you kind of think they're going to just keep handing the ball off to number 2. He goes straight in for a score, straight up the middle. 7-yard touchdown run there by Jalen McMillan at the 10:54 mark here in this second quarter. And again, they've used McMillan, they've used Johnson.
That was 22, wasn't it?
That was 2.
Was it 2?
It was 2.
Okay.
Yeah, McMillan scored the touchdown, but they've used McMillan, number 2, number 20, Johnson, and number 22, Jalen Jackson.
This is 15 kicking.
Diboll out for the extra point, and it's through the uprights.
Ben Smith.
So with 10:54 to go here in this second quarter, we're all tied up. It's the Crockett Bulldogs 7, the Diboll LumberJacks 7. We're back in 60 seconds right here from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium on K.I.V.Y.
For more than 50 years, the fine folks at Volcraft in Grapeland have been supporting the youth of this community. Volcraft realizes that investing in the youth of this great community is an investment in each and every person. The employees at Volcraft in Grapeland want to take this time to encourage you to get out and support your local community and the activities that your children are a part of. This special message from Volcraft in Grapeland.
This time around, be nice to yourself. How about a great meal at the Moosehead Cafe? The Klontz family at the Moosehead Cafe, located in downtown Crockett, looks forward to serving you and assures you a trip to the Moosehead Cafe will be a meal you will surely enjoy. The Moosehead Cafe serves a great breakfast, and at lunchtime you don't want to miss out on one of their wonderful lunch specials or a delicious meal straight from the menu. That's the Klontz family at the Moosehead Cafe in downtown Crockett. Visit them soon and happy eating.
Raul Rodriguez, and taken by number 12 of the Crockett Bulldogs. He's going to get back up to about the 28-yard line, so that's where the Dogs will set up offensively, Tommy, 1st and 10. And they need to certainly get things going.
Ansel?
Yes, sir.
One of my grandsons had his 5th birthday today. Jace Mackey Tabor, 5 years old. He's out there listening. Tell him T-Pop's proud of him, and happy birthday, Jace.
Happy birthday, Jace. The Big 5. Collins getting a little heat there. He's not going to break the tackle.
Excuse me, I thought he was going to try to throw it there for a second.
He's going to get sacked for about a 4-yard loss, Tommy. Going to bring up 2nd down and 14. Ball back at the 24-yard line. Well, my question is, did you get him the ice cream?
We got him the ice cream, a banana split, and it was a hit. He walked in the house today and said, "Hey, T-Pop, I'm 5." I mean, he's proud of it.
Collins hits Ty White, and he's trying to just make that quick curl, and number 6 just closed in on him.
-1.
And don't have a number 6 on the roster for Diboll. Bring up a 3rd down and 15, Tommy.
Yeah, the only time we've thrown really deep was the touchdown
and
pass.
We're going to stack them receivers over on the left-hand side. Collins rolling to his left, looking downfield.
Oh, not a bad pass, but just a little bit behind Jones. And he'd had the 1st down if he was able to bring it in. Looks like Crockett's going to have to punt.
And we need a huge punt here by Mr. Antonio Cruz, because the momentum has kind of shifted a little bit, Tommy, after that long drive by Diboll. Somebody over there.
That's called EMS up here. I don't know who. Somebody's having a hard time over there.
Cruz back for the Cutshall Chevrolet punt. Now we got whistles blowing. Officials out there doing a little talking.
Got a score from about 35 miles west of here. 10:08 in the second quarter. The Grapeland Sandy's leading Centerville 12-8. That ought to be a really even game.
All right, now the White Hat is having a team meeting out there with all teams.
I got a feeling there might be some chirping going on, and he's telling the guys, hey, let's clean this up and let's just play football. Which I respect the official that does that.
Absolutely.
Because it can get out of hand real quick if you don't.
And he's out there having maybe a little father-son talk, Tommy?
Yep.
And you have to respect that official.
I guarantee you.
Look, you know, we want y'all to play. Don't make us control this thing. You know, we want you to play.
Need a good snap. Oh, look, he's a little bit further back now.
Yeah. Cutshall Chevrolet punt by the Crockett Bulldogs. He's kicking it from 12.
How was that not blocked?
Punt.
I mean, they had three guys that could have blocked that punt, and somehow it went right through between all their hands.
And fair catch at the 39-yard line by Kobe Clark. So they're going to move it up to the 40. So Diboll will set up 1st and 10 at their own 40. I think we need a INT here, Tommy. What do you think?
INT?
Why don't we get an INT for that 5-year-old's birthday?
How about a pick six or a pick the ball up off the ground and go for 6?
For his birthday.
There you go.
Diboll will set up 1st and 10 at their own 40 in the backfield. I think that's number 20 in the backfield with Ray. He takes
slow acting play. Oh,
quarterback keeping it. He was one tackle away from possibly going to the house. Number 12.
He's not real swift, but I mean he's kind of shifty.
Give him 6. Give him 6. Bring up 2nd down and 4. They need to get to midfield to pick up a 1st down.
I thought 20 or 22. I thought that's 20's out there now. I thought he was going to run the ball and we was going to tackle for about a 4-yard loss. And looked up at the quarterback. He was coming around the end.
Tied up 7-7, just under the 9-minute mark here in this second quarter. Diboll loves to run the ball and eat that clock up. And then they go out and they throw it. Hit number 1 in the flat.
Oh, good play. Good play. Went through the block out there. We got to get that young man's number. Is that 13 Eastern or 15 White?
I think that was 13 that closed the gap on that.
It's a guy on the far side.
Yeah, White is on the sidelines. Number 15 is on the sidelines.
Okay, so
you got 13, and you also have number 19, Simon, over there on that far side.
That was Simon that made the play then, because it was the cornerback that's on the far side, and that's Simon. Eastling's back here.
3rd down and 4. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right.
Oh, there's that snap I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That's going to bring a punt out.
That's they're going to lose about, at the 32.
It's going to lose about 10 yards, 8 or 9 or 10 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and about, almost 20. 4th and 18.
I was going to say midway if you were going that direction. Now, who's the punter? Number 34.
Edgar Portillo. And we got 2 guys back, Jones and I think that's 8, which is going to be Johnson. Need a good return here.
We get an opportunity to return this one.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Jones is going to take it on the bounce. He's at the 50. We got a flag.
Was that
Randy Jones
where it was? I'd almost say it was a face mask.
And Bedford picks the flag up. And now the official moves it back to where it was at.
The way that they're acting, they might be going to mark it off against Crockett. Might have been a hold or a block in the back, but
we're fixing to find out.
There was very few people.
Yeah.
should be our ball about their own 35, 36-yard line.
But it was, again, that snap on third down was huge for Crockett. So we'll take the ball 1st and 10 at our 35-yard line once they mark it off.
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's going to be 10 or 15.
It's going to be 15.
And he's still stepping, so I guess it's going to be 15.
15 yards.
15 yards.
It's a block below the
34-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for Crockett at their own 34-yard line. Tied up 7-7 with 7:18 to go here in this second quarter. A lot of sevens on that scoreboard, so let's add one to it. 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Collins hits in and out of the hands of Simmons.
Not a bad pass, just I don't think the receiver really saw the ball till it got on top of him.
And he might have heard a few, he had traffic around him, but he was still open enough that he should have been able to catch it. 2nd down and 10, incomplete pass.
And so far, our offensive line has done a good job. I mean, Collins is good. He's been pressured a few times, but for the most part, he's had time to throw.
Simmons is coming out. A.J. Wallace going back in. Again, we're going to go, Tommy, with 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand off to Easterling, and he is going to be stopped for a huge loss by number 2. No, excuse me. Number 44 is the one that shot the gap on that, Poindexter.
He's going to lose good 6 yards.
3rd down, 17?
Yeah, that puts our, right now, offensively, running the ball, we have got 6 carries for -2 yards.
3rd down and 16 for the Bulldogs. Collins going to roll to his left. He gets by 1 tackle, and that one must have been deflected at the line of scrimmage because it didn't go but about 4 or 5 yards and then just dropped.
Jones was open, but just one of the defensive linemen got their hand up there. I think he might even hit the arm of Collins when he threw the ball. Obviously punting territory here. 4th and about 15, 16.
Cruz should be at about his 15-yard line.
Need to block it a little better. That last punt should have been blocked.
Cruz actually going to be standing at his 17-yard line. This punt brought to you by Cutshaw Chevrolet. Keeping it simple and Graveland. We've got to get enough players out there on the field. Open till 2 o'clock tomorrow. All right, Cruz, we need a good one. That's a nice punt.
Hit the ground. Oh, come on, guys.
Taken by number 10. He's breaking. He's at the 50. Going to be taken down at the 45. That's Zach Phelps.
Stopped by number 3, Courtney Bird.
Yeah, I think Pierce is he the deep snapper because you can't put a man over him, and he had he took off, and I thought he was going to tackle him for about a no-yard gain, but he got away from Pierce and went forward for about 15 yards.
So Diboll is going to set up 1st and 10, Tommy, at the Bulldogs' 46-yard line.
Yeah, I might take back that statement about 30 to 30. It might be more like 18 to 18, 21-21.
We had a close one last Friday night in Groveton. Number 22 takes the handoff. He breaks about 4 or 5 tackles. Finally going to be taken down. Give him 9 yards on that carry. Bring up 2nd down and 1. Ball at the 37-yard line. Need to get to the 36 for a 1st down.
Yeah, Jackson, he's one of my favorite type running backs. I mean, when he gets the ball, he hits the hole. He doesn't hesitate, try to see what's going to happen. He hits the hole and just goes forward.
Got an injured Bulldog on the play. We're going to take an injury timeout. We're back in 30 seconds. Crockett Diboll tied up 7-7, 6:08 to go in this second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium.
Styles by Miles invite you to stop by and meet newcomer Justin Ritchie. Justin has tons of talent and is awesome at giving you exactly the style you're looking for. Plus, Justin has punch cards. Every visit gets you a punch towards a free haircut. They're located in the Domino's parking lot. Of course, they follow CDC COVID guidelines and masks are required. Hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 to 3:30. Call Justin at 903-948-4060 or Chip at 903-252-2347.
A.J. Wallace comes off under his own power. Bring up 2nd down and a long one, Tommy, for the LumberJacks.
Oh, they're going to throw
quarterback looking downfield. Right in his hands. Touchdown.
Yeah.
That went from the 37-yard line, and somebody a little slow to get up.
I don't know. Quarterback, is it?
Is that the? I can't tell. That's number 11. No, that's Jalen Willis. Beautiful touchdown pass play there by the Diboll LumberJacks with 5:55 to go in this second quarter. Again, second quarter brought to you by the good folks at Aurora Concepts, located on Loop 304 East in Crockett. Number 15, who we do not have on our roster, out for the extra point. Snap is back. The ball is down. And the extra point is good. So with 5:55 to go in the second quarter, Diboll now has taken the lead for the first time, 14-7 over our Crockett Bulldogs. We're back in 60 seconds right here on K.I.V.Y.
Tired of flats and downtime in the field? Rather than pricey repairs, call Tire Guard for long-lasting solution. Tire guards are made of half-inch thick, high-density rubber liners used for agriculture tires up to 35 miles per hour. They're a fraction of the cost of foam and reusable. That's right, reusable. Tire Guard liners save time and money. Custom made here in the U.S. and shipped nationwide, usually within a week. Your tires may give up, but our Tire Guards won't. Look us up at TireGuardUSA.com or call 866-982-4424.
Welcome back. Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium, getting ready for the kickoff here. Diboll has it teed up at their own 40-yard line. Tommy just went ahead with 5:55 to go. Crockett needs to answer this call right here.
Yeah, and we get the ball starting in the third quarter, which is going to help too.
But we need a good long drive. Now we've got the officials. I'm not sure what they're doing, but maybe they're getting in position for the kickoff.
Yeah, we've had the ball 4 possessions, 4 possessions, and punted 3.
Little squib kick there taken by number 1 of the Crockett Bulldogs, Simmons, and he's going to be dropped by number 33 of Diboll, which is Anthony Rodriguez. Crockett will set up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Yeah.
Is that where they're going to spot it
That's
at?
kind of basically, we started our 30, our 29, our 34, and our 33.
Not bad field position to start, though, Tommy.
No, it's really not. You know, the touchdown, we started on their 33, so we've only had not a lot of offensive stats so far. Crockett's got to wake up offensively.
They're going to put 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. See who takes that handoff. That might have been Easterling.
I think that's Easterling up the middle for about a yard.
Bring up 2nd down and 9.
Keyshawn Easterling on the carry. Stop by number 6.
We're not, that defensive line is huge for Diboll.
Yeah,
so
I mean, this, obviously, they've got athletes too. Diboll's always got good athletes, and they're matching up well with us right now. We got a free play. Throw it deep.
And
he dropped it.
And then he dropped it. But
there's no flag? How is there no flag on that? I mean, 3 guys jumped off sides. They're going to give them the interception.
Well, that's the initial call, but surely...
No, there's no flag. They can't go back and say we got to drop the flag.
That's unbelievable. They had 4 men offside.
The two downs officials on each side just didn't do their job, because, I mean, they were definitely offsides. Everybody up in the press box said, free play, throw it deep.
Wow. Well, okay. 1st and 10 for Diboll on the interception, Tommy. The ball at the 43-yard line of Crockett. Number 20 takes the handoff, goes give him about 2 yards on that carry.
And they just snapped the ball, and the official over here, he was still walking. Well, he was 3 yards onto the field, walking off the field with his back to the ball when they snapped the ball.
Well, due to that non-call by the officials, let's hope that fires up the Crockett Bulldogs.
Well, and, you hate to say they owe us one, but they definitely owe us one.
2nd down and 7. Ball at the 41-yard line. Big running back going right up the middle. We finally grab him at the legs. Number 22, A.J. Wallace, in on the stop for the Crockett Bulldogs. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Got to stop them here. We can't let them go up by 2 scores.
So
we'll be chasing them the rest of the night.
3rd and long, a short 3 or a long 2. Yeah, we don't need to let them score. Diboll leading 14-7 with 4:15 to go in this second quarter. Number 22 takes the handoff. He's going to be short.
He's not going to pick it up. He's going to be short, but they're obviously going to go for it. They got to get about 1.5 yards to get a first down. 4th down at the 35-yard line of Crockett.
In comes number 2. Going out to number 22. So you're thinking number 2, Jalen McMillan's going to get the call here.
I don't think they'd try that little play with the quarterback keeping the ball. I think it's got to go to the running back, 22. I don't think they're going to let the young man throw the ball. So
2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. We got him. We
lost a yard. So
there you go. There you go. There you go.
By the dog.
That non-call fired up that defense.
Yeah.
Now let's see if it'll carry over to the offense. 3:28 to go here in this second quarter. We get an opportunity. We need to cash in. We need to put the chips out there on the table and cash in.
I think Coach Thompson might have took him a valium for this game started, because I can't believe he didn't go ballistic on that no flag call a minute ago.
Maybe he's cold. It might be cold down there. You're right. He might be cold, Tommy.
Because I know if I'd have been a coach down there, the head coach, I'd have pitched a fit right then.
That was tough. Now the officials, well, somebody's called a timeout. I think Diboll called the timeout, but I'm not.
Well, after all that was said, we originally started on the 33, the possession before. Now we're starting on the 37. So we actually gained 4 yards and all that.
All right. Well, Tommy, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. It's been a fast first half. I see the superintendent coming up to visit with us at halftime.
Oh, he don't want to talk. He just wants to get warm.
No, he's enjoying that temperature out there. I promise you. Earlier he was saying, "Man, I need some air."
Get some rest.
So.
Oh, okay. We've just found out one of the officials got a scratch or something, had blood, so they had to put a Band-Aid on him, so there was no timeout by either side. Officials timeout.
So 1st and 10 for Crockett at their own 37-yard line. And again, Tommy, we need to take this opportunity. Our defense has certainly kept us in the game.
Yes, they have.
We need to take advantage of this. If the officials will get
in the
right,
the world? You're on this side.
Get in the right position.
I think we moved and they didn't throw a flag on us.
Number 11 takes the handoff. Delane, and
he's going to gain
about
4 yards. We'll give him 4.
We hadn't called his name or number any tonight, so we'll see. You know, he's had some pretty impressive games.
Yeah, he was our leading ball carrier the first couple of games of the year.
2nd down in, we'll call it a long 6. Collins looked. Collins got out in one tackle, but number 24 was there to wrap him up like a bear. Jeremiah Gums.
He's going to lose 3 yards.
So 3rd down and 11. 2:39 and counting. 2:39 and counting, Tommy. At halftime, our Davy Crockett Drug halftime report, we'll look at scores from around the East Texas area. We're also going to visit with Crockett Independent School District Superintendent of Schools, Mr. John Emmert, and find out, just kind of get that weekly update. We didn't get it last week because Crockett had a bye and he didn't drive over to Groveton to visit with us at halftime. Crockett now is going to take a timeout. Yeah. We're going to take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds. Let me reset the game. Diboll 14, Crockett 7, 2:13 to go in this second quarter, brought to you by Aurora Concepts. We're back in 30 seconds.
When the game's on the line, the smart coach calls in the most experienced and the steady players. When it comes to running a home, East Texans do the very same thing. They call on the most experienced and the steady player. That, my friends, is Knox Furniture. Fair prices, easy financing, free delivery. Furniture, appliances, flooring, mattresses, TVs, accessories. Come see why we've been making the team since 1927. Knox Furniture, 300 East Goliad, downtown Crockett.
We're back here at Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium, and a big down here for the Crockett Bulldogs. 3rd and 11, the ball at the 36-yard line of the Crockett Bulldogs. And if you're going to pick up Hargrove Neal Heating and Air first down, this is time to do it.
Check out this score. I talked to some guys from Buffalo this week, and they said they're ready for Franklin. And right now, late in the first quarter, Buffalo's ahead of Franklin, 14-7. Buffalo, they're undefeated right now.
That's exactly it. They certainly are. And you said Norman G was only up 14-8 over
Alto, who hasn't won a game this year.
Norman G cracked the top 10 in Class 2A. Collins in the shotgun formation. They hand off to Easterling, and he doesn't go anywhere. So 3rd and 11, and Easterling gets the handoff. Loses 2 yards, bring up 4th and 13. And that's exactly what I expected to happen. Diboll uses that final timeout to stop that clock with exactly 2 minutes to go in this second quarter.
Yeah, we've got to figure out something when we go in at halftime. Right now, rushing the ball, we are at -8 yards rushing the ball, because every time a quarterback gets sacked, it counts.
That's right. So a -8 yards rushing for the Crockett Bulldogs, and we've not had
and we've got 32 yards passing.
So when you look at total offense, you take that 32
24 yards
-8. We got 24 yards of total offense
and
here.
We're only down by 7, so I'll take it right now.
Hey, but as I said earlier, T-Mac, the defense has kept us in the game.
Yes, they have. Crockett defense played well. We've got 2 turnovers, made them turn it over on downs a couple times. We'll take it.
Cruz is back for that very, very important Cutshaw Chevrolet punt, and
I believe Diboll's out of timeouts.
They are. They used 2 in the first quarter. They just used their final timeout, and I'm trying to catch that jersey number of that young man back deep for.
They're setting up a return because they didn't rush the ball. They're
by number 10, and he goes
down. Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
I thought he was going to hit him.
Yeah. So Diboll, number 10, takes the punt. Zach Phelps, he slips. That's the 3rd or 4th one of their players that their feet has come out. And you know, we had
a little moisture on the field right now.
Yeah, well, we had a pretty good rain here around 1 o'clock today when that storm
came through.
Then the cooler temperature came in about 4 o'clock.
It got kind of cool with the storm, and then it got really cool about 3 hours later.
But I think the cooler weather will be here the first part of the week.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a stronger one come in Monday or Tuesday.
And Tommy, I don't know about you, but I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to get rid of the 80s, and I'll have 60s and 70s for the high.
2 receivers to the right, two receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Ray in the shotgun
Keep them in front of you.
Hands off to number 22.
Good job, Dogs.
Absolutely. They're trying to strip that ball. And Diboll cannot stop the clock.
Yeah, I got to coach about. He was inside the numbers on the field just then to call the play to the quarterback.
Yeah, their coaching staff gets out on the field.
Yeah, they're going to snap the ball with about 20 seconds left, so they're moving quickly. We just got to be sure and get a good tackle here.
That should be, there you go. Move them back 5 yards. Legal procedure against the Diboll LumberJacks. That should have been called on Kobe Clark, wide receiver. So that's going to bring up Tommy 2nd down and about 17.
I kind of got a feeling if they don't pick up, 8 or 9 or 10 yards on this play right here, they might just say, let's go to the locker room at halftime.
Let's fold that tent. Clock's running with 1:17 and counting.
Let's just 2nd down. So I say we could call timeout. We still have 2 timeouts left. Stop them here for no gain. We might call timeout.
22 is going to take the carry. Going to pick up about 5 yards.
Yeah, we did call timeout. Because we could possibly get the ball back, like say 55 seconds ago.
But need to stop them right here.
3rd and 11 at the Crockett 31-yard line. Crockett trailing here 1:03 in the second quarter, 14-7 to a good Diboll Lumberjack team.
And again, offensively, Crockett's had a total of 24 yards.
Yeah, we're struggling, but defense is keeping us in the game, so we just need to go in halftime, make some adjustments, and come back out and see if we can move the ball down the field.
And I do not see the Diboll band here. I don't think they made the trip. Didn't. Just got word that they decided not to make it. Not even quite 8 o'clock yet, Tommy, and we're almost halftime. What does that mean, Tommy? We'll be
right here. The Bradshaw curse.
We'll be here till 10:30.
We'll go 6 overtimes now, just because you said that.
The folks back at the station just left.
Although we got away with it last week with 1 second to go on the clock.
That's exactly right. 3rd down and 9. All right, good play there by Bedford.
Now timeout.
Timeout Crockett. So we're going to set up 4th down and 9, the ball at the 31-yard line.
That should wipe us out on timeouts, too. There's one still on the board, but I think that was our last one, if I'm not mistaken.
We called 1 down here, and we called there. 2 here. So, yeah, that's 4th down and 9, the ball at the 31-yard line. We get a good return. We get some opportunities to tie this thing up, Tommy.
I'm kind of liking a high snap or a low snap.
How about a block punt?
Block punt or punt return.
And we did that. We returned one of those punts against Westwood.
We got Jones and
Johnson
going back deep.
Number 30.
The Crockett 40-yard line, inside the 40-yard line. So, I mean, if we could catch it on the fly, I mean, we could possibly return the ball back definitely inside Diboll territory.
Number 34, Edgar Portillo, back for the LumberJacks to punt. Low snap, but he gets it.
Almost blocked. Not a good kick.
And
good bounce. Real good bounce. All the way down to about the 24-yard line.
So 76 yards to pay dirt. That's what the Bulldogs need to do. They got 48 seconds to do it. But we know Collins has got the arm. And he's really not put one up deep in the game yet, Tommy.
Yeah, the last two or three possessions, they've given him, they've rushed him pretty hard. He hasn't been able to sit back there and find a receiver.
Put number 2, Bedford, back there in the running back position to put a little block on somebody, but we're going to put Easterling is going to be back there. We're going to have 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Ball at the 24-yard line, 48 seconds to go. Collins looking downfield. He finds his receiver, number 12, Jones. Give him about, let's see where they spot it. It's going to be
29.
It's going to be right at about a yard short.
Oh, I thought he was going to call it first time about 9 yards, yeah.
About a yard short. Now we're going to overload the left-hand side with 3 wide receivers. Single receiver, White to the right. Easterling in the backfield with Collins. Collins in the shotgun formation. He drops the ball, and he...
just off the fingertips from Randy. Not a real good pass because he was rushed, but Jones almost caught that ball, and he'd definitely picked up the first down. Mine went close to midfield.
The good thing is when Collins dropped the ball, he was able to pick it back up, avoid the sack, get the pass over there to Jones. Stops the clock. 39 seconds, 3rd and 1. We got to pick up a first down here, or we're going to get the first down. Hargrove Neal
stop the clock to move the chains.
Hargrove Neal heating and air first down. That's a very important Hargrove Neal heating and air first down. You might need that heat next week, folks. If it's not working right, get in contact with Calvin and Cynthia. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bad snap. Just
falls on it all the way back to about the 21-yard line, and they might just decide to go to the locker room. They don't have to run a play. Yeah, they're calling them over here. They're not going to run a play. It's fixing to be halftime.
Yep. I think we're going to go in.
We get the ball to start the second half, so no reason to take a chance right here.
We're going to go in at halftime, folks, trailing 14-7 over the Diboll LumberJacks. We're back with our Davy Crockett Drug halftime report in 2 minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes live from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium right here on K.I.V.Y.
Hi, this is K.I.V.Y, General Manager of Houston County Electric Cooperative, inviting you to tune into our virtual annual meeting, which will be streamed over the internet at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 29th. Because of the pandemic and the need to keep both our members and employees safe, we are not able to have an in-person meeting this year. We are sad that we will not be able to visit with you face-to-face and enjoy the great fish fry dinner that we all love. For more details, visit our website. We hope you join us online Thursday evening, October 29th at 6 p.m.
Aurora Concepts, LLC and Family Medical Practice located at 1261 Loop 304 in Crockett. No appointment needed, just walk in. Affordable, convenient, and caring. Aurora Concepts open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Aurora Concepts accepts insurance of all kinds, Medicare and Medicaid, and if you're a cash-paying patient, Aurora Concept is very, very affordable. When you're sick, head to Aurora Concepts, a family medical practice with no appointment necessary located at 1261 Loop 304 in Crockett.
Carol, can you smell that?
No, what is it?
It's the smell of football. I'm so glad football season is finally here again.
That's right. I love going to games and catching up with all of my friends. You just don't forget to tell me when the game is over. You almost forgot me last year.
I would never forget you. Who else is going to take...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the halftime entertainment provided by the Crockett Bulldogs band. Section leaders for the band are Arigana, Galicia, and flute. Jacqueline Stewart in clarinet, Brandon Morris saxophone, Gatlin Reeves trumpet, Aldo Hernandez low brass, and Ruben Sanchez percussion. The band is led on the field under the direction of drum major Miss Meredith Toggle. Give us a wave, Miss Meredith. Band member of the week for this week is Alonzo Cervantes. Tonight the band will begin their performance with a Bon Jovi hit called You Give Love a Bad Name. Well, to continue tonight's performance, a very popular, written and made famous by Queen. How about Bohemian Rhapsody? Reeves on the solo. Bulldog fans, up on your feet. Here is the fight song.
Start the third quarter, 17 and a half minutes to go in this Davy Crockett Drug halftime report. We're going to come back, turn it back over to Tommy McTaber. He's going to recap some stats as well as scores from around the East Texas area. Some big games that have a lot of playoff implications involving Grapeland, involving Lovelady, as well as some teams in our district like Cold Springs and Trinity and Huntington and Westwood. So Tommy's going to come give you a recap. We're back in 2.5 minutes right here from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium on K.I.V.Y. with the Davy Crockett Drug Halftime Report.
Bruner's Economy Car Center is your full-service auto body repair shop. Bruner's will tow your vehicle, set you up in a hassle-free rental car, and when Bruner's repairs your vehicle, they'll give you half off your deductible up to $250. Bruner's Economy Car Center is celebrating their 15th annual Big Buck Contest. And this year, to thank their loyal customers, they will have 2 lucky winners of $500 each. Yes, you heard that right. 2 lucky winners of $500 each. That's $1,000 given away at the end of deer season, compliments of Bruner's Economy Car Center. So remember, when you hit that big buck, request Bruner's Wrecker Service and save. Call 936-544-7142 or after hours 936-546-4022. Bruner's Economy Car Center, trusted since 1972, home of the Big Buck Contest.
Crockett Farm and Fuel, located on Loop 304 in Crockett. Crockett Farm and Fuel is your local Purina dealer and is ready to serve you. Crockett Farm and Fuel can serve large or small ranchers and weekend ranchers too. And Crockett Farm and Fuel is always ready to assist the pet owners, no matter the size of the pet. Crockett Farm and Fuel opens 6 days a week, Monday through Friday until 5:30, and on Saturday until 1 o'clock. Go by and let them serve you. That's Crockett Farm and Fuel. Visit them soon.
The heat is on. It soon will be time to make sure the heat is on. With fall officially here, now is the perfect time to get your heating system serviced. Call Hargrove Neal Heating and Air today at 936-544-7270 or 544-COOL and schedule a heating checkup. Since 1961, Hargrove Neal Heating and Air has been the company that East Texans has relied on for comfort. Hargrove Neal Heating and Air services all brands and models. Hargrove Neal, 1117 East Houston Avenue in Crockett, is your trained comfort specialist.
Styles by Miles invites you to stop by and meet newcomer Justin Ritchie. Justin has tons of talent and is awesome at giving you exactly the style you're looking for. Plus, Justin has punch cards. Every visit gets you a punch towards a free haircut. They're located in the Domino's parking lot. Of course, they follow CDC COVID guidelines and masks are required. Hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 to 3:30. Call Justin at 903-948-4060 or Chip at 903-252-2347.
Back here at halftime, Crockett trailing 14-7 to the Diboll LumberJacks. Crockett will get the ball to start the third quarter. We're going to take a look at the scoring plays here in the first quarter. Crockett jumps on the board first at the 2:29 mark in the first quarter. Jaden Collins to Johnson, 29-yard touchdown pass. Cruz came on, put it through the uprights. Crockett led 7-0. And then Diboll ties it up at the 10:54 mark in the second quarter. McMillan had a hard-running running back. They got 2 of them back there. 7-yard TD run. Smith came in, put through the uprights. Game was tied 7-7. And then the 5:55 mark in the second quarter, 37-yard touchdown pass. Kind of caught the Bulldogs on a surprise. It was 2nd and 1, and they went for a long pass. Quarterback to Watts for 37 yards. Kick was good. The halftime score here is 14-7. Not a lot of stats for the Dogs. They've struggled offensively. Eastling carried the ball 6 times for a total of 1 yard. He had one big loss for 6. Delaney, 1 carry for 4 yards. Collins has put the ball up 10 times, completed 4 for 41 yards. Jones has a reception for 9 yards. White, 2 receptions for 3 yards. And then Patton caught the touchdown pass from Collins there in the first quarter. And we're going to get my phone here. We're going to look at some East Texas scores. I was looking a minute ago. A few surprises. In Crockett's district, there's 2 other games. Cold Spring is on top of Westwood at halftime, 14-3. Trinity is on top of Elkhart, up in Elkhart, 28-12. Lufkin Panthers leading Porter 19-16 at half. This is a surprise. Garrison's leading St. Augustine 20-6 late in the second quarter. Groveton and Leon playing over in Leon County. Close game, Groveton 7, Leon 6. Timpson, number 8 in the state, just scoring points like crazy, leading West Hardin with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. They've got 42 points on the board. And here's kind of a shocker, Normandy, who put a pretty good win against Grapeland last week for homecoming in Grapeland. Normandy at halftime is only leading Alto 14-8. That's a surprise. Tenaha leading Cushing 16-0 at halftime. Speaking of your Grapeland Sandys, real good game over in Centerville. They're up by 2, 18-16 halftime over Centerville. Iola 36-0 late in the second quarter. My cousin out in West Texas, the Blanket Tigers, 6-man football at halftime leading 30-12. Jason Hodges, Anderson Shiro Fighting Owls at halftime up on Koontz 26-0. Italy playing Cayuga, Italy up 21-0. Lovelady, 32 seconds to go in the second quarter. Lovelady leading Mount Enterprise 30-0 Lovelady. And then the kind of teams that will be in the district that Crockett will line up with, don't know really the standings yet, but right now East Chambers is ahead of Kirbyville 14-0. Woodville had a Hardin 21-0. And Anahuac, who we played last year, first round down in that spring or Conroe we played. I think it was Conroe.
It's in Conroe.
8-0 Anahuac leading. This is another surprise. New Waverly and Corrigan. Corrigan has really been struggling at halftime, 21-21.
Wow.
And Franklin has come back, has gone ahead of Buffalo. 5:09 mark. They've already got 48 points on the board. It's 28 Franklin, 20 Buffalo. Rusk, they beat us, and since then they've kind of struggled. I think they maybe won one game.
I think they beat Madisonville last week.
One or two games since they played us in week 2. But right now Carthage, number 1 in the state, is ahead of Rusk 37-0 midway through the second quarter. Palestine leading Athens 14-0. Jacksonville leading Hallsville 20-0. Nacogdoches leading White House leading Nacogdoches 11-10. Score you don't see every day. And Huntsville, quietly has a good season going on. They're ahead of Rudder 22-3. And Madisonville is leading Center, which I think is kind of a surprise. Madisonville leading Center 10-7. Madisonville's been up and down, up and down, up and down. I saw one other. Malakoff played like 3 straight Thursday night games. I'm not sure why they're doing that.
I don't know.
But put it on number. Malakoff's ranked 4th in the state. Put it on Fairfield last night, 55-0.
Wow. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a 60-second timeout and then come back and listen to our TSN halftime report. And then after that, Tommy and I'll join you back here at Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium. It's the Davy Crockett Drug halftime report. 60-second break, then our TSN halftime report. Then we're back with after that right here on K.I.V.Y.
Darling Ingredients in Grapeland is pleased to support the youth of Houston County and sends their best wishes to the Crockett Bulldogs during the 2020 season. For more information about a career with Darling Ingredients in Grapeland, visit darlingii.com. Again, that's darlingii.com. Darling Ingredients, the team behind the team for the Crockett Bulldogs.
Whether you have a medical condition affecting your eyes or you just want the best value in a new pair of glasses, Crockett Eye Clinic is the only vision source facility in Houston County with the cutting-edge technology necessary to diagnose and treat any ocular condition. They also offer the latest designs in frames and newest advances in contact lenses. Crockett Eye Clinic with Doctors McCall and Castleberry is your Crockett vision source. Call 936-544-3763 to make an appointment today.
I'm Jimmy, the St. Christopher. Welcome to the TSN High School Football Spotlight. It's our Week 5 of the 2020 season. The Frisco-Lebanon Trailblazers are off to a fast start in their third year at 4-0 and 2-0 in 7-5A2 play. Head coach Sad Jackson guides us through the latest Blazers win, a 44-14 clubbing of Lake Dallas.
Well, one of them type of deals, we got a turning point in the game when our kids came up with a big stop on their second drive, because they had already scored on their first drive, and they were driving down the field on their second drive and about to go up 2 scores on us, and we come up with a goal line stance. And once that happened, we started clicking on some things on offense and started moving the ball and making some plays, kind of seized momentum of the game and didn't look back. So, big win, man. Big win for our kids, big win for our program.
Lebanon quarterback Drew Martin leads the Blazers offense, which is averaging a hefty 37.8 points per game. What kind of leader is Martin?
Drew Martin is turning into one phenomenal leader. One thing about him, he's probably one of the best competitors we got on our football team. So, one thing about it, every time he steps on the field, he's going to be ready to compete. And sometimes you got to calm him down a little bit so he don't get beside himself, but never have to worry about where his heart and where his spirit and mind is. And it's all about helping the Trailblazers win football games. And the kids are really starting to feed off of his energy, and he does it. Becoming a great leader and can be proud of him.
Gregory Hatley is a hybrid athlete playing running back, wide receiver, returning punts and kickoffs, and he sees a lot of action on D. Thomas Donnelly, son of former Cowboys wide receiver Doug Donnelly, is a speedy wide receiver with a high football IQ. Coming up, we'll hear about the forthcoming big district game for Frisco-Lebanon as the TSN High School Football Spotlight continues.
Mueller Steel Buildings and Metal Roofing provide decades of dependability, and we stand behind our products. Hear from Mueller employees about how our customer relationships are built on integrity and trust.
Mueller being around for 90 years shows that we stand the test of time for our customers.
Trust is a gradual thing that's built. It's not something that happens just overnight.
Mueller's done an excellent job of creating a culture where we care about the customer, we care about the products that we're selling, and we want to be there for whatever they might need.
The foundation of the Mueller culture is people helping people. Thanks to you, our customers, we've been privileged to serve our communities for 90 years. Visit us online today at MuellerINC.com. Mueller Inc. Metal roofs, metal buildings, made in America and made to last.
Welcome back to the TSN High School Football Spotlight. The 4-0 Frisco-Lebanon Trailblazers have the game of the week coming up against the state-ranked 3-0 Frisco Raccoons. The winner could be on their way to the 7-5A D2 championship. How does Lebanon head coach Sad Jackson size up the Raccoons?
They're an excellent football team. No way around it. Well coached, tough kids, play hard, and they got some skills to go along with it. So, they're not ranked in the top 5 in state for no reason. They're an excellent football team, and they have just as good a shot to win not only our district but state, just like anybody else. So we'll have our work cut out for us. I believe our kids are up to the challenge, and we're going to go out there Friday night at the Ford Center and see what happens. Be ready to give everything we got and hopefully come away with a win.
Lebanon's a relatively new school and program.
Lebanon established in 2016. Started playing varsity football in 2018. And the way we did it was really different, but we just started with a freshman class, and we built it a tier every year. A lot of times when they open up a school, they open up with juniors, freshmen through juniors, but for whatever reason they did Lebanon Trail a little different. We finally just had our first true homecoming this past week. Because it was the first time we had a game where a graduating class could actually come back and be a part of the festivities.
The 11th and 12th schools are on the way in still growing Frisco. Thanks to Frisco-Lebanon head coach Sad Jackson for being on this week's TSN High School Football Spotlight. I'm Jimmy, the St. Christopher.
Oh, you got to go back tomorrow? What time's the wedding?
Lucas Roofing and Sheet Metal on Southwest Loop 304 in Crockett are the experts, roofing with speed and great service. James Lucas has consistently met the needs of East Texans in a professional manner. Whether residential or commercial, you can depend on a free estimate from his staff in a courteous manner. Lucas Roofing will help you with your insurance claim or new construction too. Lucas Roofing and Sheet Metal, covering East Texas thoroughly. 936-544-7992.
Davy Crockett Drug halftime report, just under 3 minutes before we get the third quarter underway. And the Bulldogs will receive the opening kickoff to start the third quarter. Hopefully they went into the locker room, made some adjustments, getting ready to come out and just get this offense to start clicking. Although the defense for Diboll is certainly tough. They're cracked up to be. So kind of expected a close ball game, and that's exactly what we've had so far. 14-7, the Diboll LumberJacks leading our Crockett Bulldogs. But like I said, the Crockett Bulldogs will get the opening kickoff to start the third quarter. I want to say a special thanks to all the sponsors that support the Crockett Bulldogs each and every Friday night right here on K.I.V.Y. Knox Furniture, Houston County Electric Cooperative, Aurora Concepts, Davy Crockett Drug, Crockett Farm and Fuel, Economy Car Center, Cutshaw Chevrolet, Hargrove Neal Heating and Air, Darling Ingredients, Crockett Eye Clinic, Domino's Pizza, Stephen F. Austin State University, Lucas Roofing, Volcraft, Moosehead Cafe, Styles by Miles, Tire Guard, and our broadcast each and every Friday night powered by AT&T, located on Loop 304 East in Crockett, right there in the Strip Center, adjacent to Walmart. So we're about a minute and a half from starting the third quarter. We're back in 60 seconds. You've been listening to the Davy Crockett Drug halftime report right here on KIVY.
Tired of flats and downtime in the field? Rather than pricey repairs, call Tire Guard for long-lasting solution. Tire Guards are made of half-inch thick, high-density rubber liners used for agriculture tires up to 35 miles per hour. They're a fraction of the cost of foam and reusable. That's right, reusable. Tire Guard liners save time and money. Custom made here in the U.S. and shipped nationwide, usually within a week. Your tires may give up, but our Tire Guards won't. Look us up at TireGuardUSA.com or call 866-982-4424.
Anthropology, biology, geology, kinesiology, sociology, whatever ology you're interested in, Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches has it. Offering more than 120 areas of study, you're sure to find your future at SFA. And with face-to-face, online, and hybrid course offerings, you can be a lumberjack from anywhere. For more information about admissions, log on to sfasu.edu today.
Well, Tommy, there was a minute and 11 seconds to go in the halftime. They just took it smooth off the clock. Diboll has already kicked off. The kickoff was a squib kick taken by Bedford at about the 30-yard line. He returns it up to the 48, so an 18-yard return there by Bedford. Crockett will set up 1st and 10 at their own 48. And hopefully that adjustments were made at halftime offensively as Collins in the shotgun formation.
Oh, dangerous pass.
But that's okay. To Jones. Good for about 3 yards.
I mean, they had a big defender, number 2, right there, and I mean, it went right over his outstretched hand, fell right in Jones' hand for about a 3-yard gain.
And I'll tell you this, had number 2, Jalen McMillan, intercepted, the only thing between him and that goal line was that goal post down there. I mean, he had lots of territory. Handoff there to...
I think we fumbled.
And we fumbled the ball.
Yeah, fumbled, and they got it right at midfield.
Easterling on the rush there for the Bulldogs, and they just was able to just pry it out of his hand. So turnover Bulldogs with 11:50 to go in this third quarter. Third quarter action here for the Crockett Bulldogs, brought to you by the good folks at Crockett Farm and Fuel. Go by and see Joe and Jay and Will and the gang at Crockett Farm and Fuel. Let them know you appreciate their support of Crockett Bulldog Athletics. 1st and 10 for Diboll. Tommy, we did not need to commit that turnover.
No, we definitely defense got to come to our rescue again here in the third quarter early.
Handoff to that big back, number 22. He is a load.
Gain about 8 yards down to about the Crockett 44-yard line.
It's kind of like that running back we saw last Friday night for Centerville, number 44, that freshman. He's a load.
Yeah, I was wondering how he was going to do against the Grapeland defense because, I mean, he basically ran all over Groveton last week. But Groveton had a chance to win the game. A couple penalties knocked them back. And then, of course, Centerville scores on the last play of the game, 1 second on the clock.
2nd down and 4 for the LumberJacks. Fake to number 22. They hit number 1. If he can get to the outside, he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Kobe Clark there, and we'll see where they spot it, Tommy. He didn't get didn't get the first down. He's going to be down at the 41. They need to get to the 40 for the first down. 3rd down and 1. And here comes number 2, Jalen McMillan, checking out Jalen Jackson.
Jalen for Jalen, and it doesn't really get much better. Doesn't get any worse. I mean, they're about the same back.
They are just they're workhorses back there in the backfield. And you got to think McMillan's going to get the handoff, and he does. He picks up the first down plus about 10 yards more.
Yeah. Had to get to the 40 for the first down. He's all the way down about the 30 of Crockett.
The defense is going to have to rear up once again. Maybe we can force that turnover.
Yeah, this is kind of the first time this year we've actually had backs just gouge us through the middle, and right now Diboll's kind of having their way. Dogs need a turnover or a interception right here.
McMillan takes the handoff. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to just keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and he's not wanting to go down. They're finally going to get him down at the 4-yard line, Tommy. We had 7-8 guys hit him.
We had him stop for about a 2-yard gain, and he fought out of that tackle, and then he gave about 3 guys a ride all the way down the 4-yard line.
And just a junior.
That's not good.
No, that means
for the rest of the district, that's not good.
That means he'll be playing next year too.
The other back is 22
he's a senior, but number 20, James Johnson, is just a junior. Split receivers, single receivers to the right and left. In the backfield by himself is McMillan. He takes the handoff. He's going to go in untouched.
And he was about 8 yards deep in the backfield.
9:51 to go here in this third quarter, brought to you by Crockett Farm and Fuel. Diboll punches it in once again to extend their lead 20-7 pending this PAT.
And we got a player down just inside the end zone. Not sure what happened there.
That's Manning. We're going to take an injury timeout. We're back in 30 seconds from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium.
October is here, and that means Truck Month has finally arrived at Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland. Cutshaw Chevrolet has a huge inventory of models with price clearly marked on the windshield with special Truck Month keeping it simple prices. Don't let Truck Month pass you by without going by and taking one of the new Silverados for a test drive. That's keeping it simple at Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland for Truck Month. Also visit Cutshaw Chevrolet's website for some unbelievable pricing on all the inventory at Cutshaw Chevrolet. Cutshaw Chevrolet in Grapeland, where they're always keeping it simple. Chevrolet, finding new roads.
Welcome back to third quarter action. Crockett Bulldogs trailing 20-7 as Diboll just punched it in from about the 4-yard line by Jalen McMillan. Went in untouched. Had an injury timeout as Manning a little slow getting up, but he's coming off under his own power. Pending this PAT by Diboll to try to extend that lead to 21-7.
Kind of limping. I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee. It kind of acts like it's a knee.
Or maybe a shoulder. As checking in now is Ty White, number 15 for the Crockett Bulldogs. Snap is back, ball is down, and that one is through the upright.
It wasn't a deep kick, but it went through the upright.
That's exactly right. Now we got a little extracurricular activity out there. And
that went a flag. Someone's going to get a 15-yarder or an ejection possible.
And it could
another flag.
There's flags everywhere. We're going to keep it right here till we see how this works itself out. That official may have to have another visit with them, like he did in the first quarter. Coach is out there getting an explanation.
It's almost leaning like it's going to be on Crockett, the way they're talking to the Crockett coach. And they'll do it on the kickoff, so they should be kicking off at 15 yards. They'll be kicking off at the Crockett 45.
Now the Diboll coach is out. So
if they end up kicking off from the 45 from Crockett, why not onside kicking?
Exactly.
Hopefully it's offsetting one against, somebody said something to somebody and somebody else did something to retaliate, and it's offsetting, hopefully.
Well, they'll try to get it all sorted out here as Diboll leads Crockett 21-7. The only two undefeated teams left in district play. Now maybe we'll get to the explanation. Going to be personal foul against Diboll. Personal foul against Crockett. Going to be offsetting. No ejection, so there was no thumbs up. So Diboll will kick off.
So it's like it never happened.
Yes, did not exist. At least with the ball. Now, there's some notes being made somewhere. Not too many penalties tonight, Tommy.
Yeah, we've before pregame I said we got to cut down penalties and play good offensively and defensively, and we've done the defensively so far. Just the offense has just been under par for what we've seen so far this year.
And Phil let that one go out of bounds. It did, so there'll be a penalty on the kickoff.
Should get it at the 40-yard line, which will be our second best starting position on the night, or third best. We start at the 48 and the Diboll 33.
So that, Crockett should start there. We're see if I can get an update, Tommy, on little World Series action. Not that, 5-0 Dodgers in the top of the fifth.
If the Dodgers can score 5, they're probably going to win most of the games because the Rays don't have a big offensive team. Now, if it's a low-scoring game, it could go either way.
Now they're going to kick off again.
Why would you do that? I'm not sure.
Of
course, they got to run all the way back down the field again, but...
You think maybe it was offsetting penalty since the ball is going to be spotted at the 40?
I couldn't.
Now the official picks up the tee and takes it back to the 35.
I thought you got it at the 40-yard line. I'm not sure why you would decline. Why you would not just take it at the 40, but who knows?
Maybe we want to try to set up a return. We're going to kick it off again. Diboll leading 21-7 with 9:51 to go here in this third quarter. Again, brought to you by the good folks at Crockett Farm and Fuel. Another squib kick. Pick the ball up. There you go. Number 8 is on the return. He's going to go up to the 45-yard line. So I guess we're going to pick up 5 yards.
A little bit 5, maybe a little bit over 5 yards on the re-kick.
So 1st and 10 for the Crockett Bulldogs. They'll set up
46.
It's a 46-yard line. The official out there with the ball is, he was going to the 36, or excuse me, the 41 instead of the 46.
And, of course, we still got plenty of time left in this game, but I think Crockett needs to get a score here and get back within one score, because if they score next, and they're up by 3 scores.
And that's tough. Collins intended for number 8, Jeremy Johnson, just on a little screen there, and overthrew him.
Yeah, and we're still got some chatter going on between some of the receivers for Crockett and the defenders for Diboll.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. And I agree with you, Tommy. If Crockett is going to cash in offensively, they need to do it right now to turn this momentum around and to try to get it back on Crockett's side. Crockett,
just a little timing play.
He just threw it low.
Threw it low to White out there. He ran about a 10-yard route, turned around, and the ball was on him and right down at his feet. Just not a real good pass.
That pass play was actually intended for Jeremy Johnson, who's playing that far wide out. White's on the near sideline, but this brings up 3rd down and 10. You got to do something here. And they bringing in a blitz He hits Ty White. That's going to be enough for the first down. About 12 yards on that reception, get inside Diboll territory down to the 42-yard line. And the offensive line did a fantastic job there, Tommy, for the Bulldogs, because Diboll sent the house.
Yeah, that was a good pass, good catch. He knew it right where he had to get the first down by Ty White.
Delaney takes the handoff, and he gets up back to the original line of scrimmage, second down and 10. I just don't think we can run up the middle on them. I think we're going to have to try to get around to the side.
I think we're going to have to pass to set up the run.
They are closing that front down pretty quickly. Collins looking downfield. Now, he could tuck this one under. Could have been a face mask right there, but I don't think they saw it.
He landed awkward, but popped right back up.
Give him 2 yards on that carry. Gets it down to the 40-yard line. Bring up third down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Trailing 21-7 with 8:30 to go in this third quarter. Again, brought to you by Crockett Farm and Fuel.
Obviously, I think we're in 4-down territory at their 40-yard line.
Absolutely. Again, third down and 8. Collins in the shotgun formation. Split receivers to the right and left. Collins avoiding the rush. He's going to get...
He gets around that corner. He might pick up the first down.
And he's going to go out of bounds. He's real close to the first down, Tommy. Going to be about a yard short.
Gain of 7.
So 4th and 1 for Crockett at the 33-yard line.
Here comes
Bedford.
The missile, number 2.
Bedford and Easterly.
I mean, it's going to take a hard hit. If they give the ball to Bedford, it's going to take somebody to man up to keep him from getting 1 yard.
And Bird coming in as well. We're going into that short yardage.
Jumbo package.
That short yardage set. And Bedford's going to get it.
Yeah, it's all the way down to about almost the 31.
And he had enough just drive in him, and then he reached out with the football. Another Hargrove-Neal heating and air first down. Again, if that heating system's not working properly, you might want to get it checked out before that next big front comes in, because it'll be here the first part of the week. Diboll's going to take a timeout. 8:07 to go in this third quarter. Crockett trailing 21-7, but they're driving. We're back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds right here on K.I.V.Y.
This time around, be nice to yourself. How about a great meal at the Moosehead Cafe? The Klontz family at the Moosehead Cafe, located in downtown Crockett, looks forward to serving you and assures you a trip to the Moosehead Cafe will be a meal you will surely enjoy. The Moosehead Cafe serves a great breakfast, and at lunchtime, you don't want to miss out on one of their wonderful lunch specials or a delicious meal straight from the menu. That's the Klontz family at the Moosehead Cafe in downtown Crockett. Visit them soon, and happy eating.
Third quarter action from Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium between the Crockett Bulldogs and the Diboll LumberJacks. Crockett first and 10 at Diboll's 30-yard line. The 31-yard line. And, Tommy, we just need to keep rolling right here.
Yeah, I mean, 8:07 mark, third quarter, trailing by 14. Need to drive down, punch this in, and play defense and see if we can get this game tied back up. Because, you know, we don't score next, they score next, then it's going to be tough to come back.
That's exactly right. First and 10 for Crockett. We'll get to some scores here in a minute, kind of get a little update as things are moving into the third quarter, possibly early fourth quarter. Strange offensive set there for the Bulldogs.
Oh, there's a hold.
Yeah, and
how they did not call a hold on Crockett right there. I think that was Weston Reeves. I mean, he basically did the suplex on the guy.
But you think maybe
threw him off the top of the rope.
Did we just get even from the call?
I think we got even from the no call on the offsides.
So incomplete pass, stops the clock, second down and 10. Crockett right back up to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to split the receivers to the right, to the left. Delaney in the backfield with Collins.
Oh, they jumped.
Yeah. Now we got a flag on this one.
We got Ty White. He kind of pushed off a little bit, but not able to bring the ball in. But smart play by the Bulldogs. Try to go for it.
Should be second down and 5 as the penalty is called against the Diboll LumberJacks.
I'd be tempted to do that every other play, try to draw them off, because they've been jumpy all night long.
Official's going to mark it off, so the ball should be placed at the 26-yard line. Again, 2nd and 5. Here comes the short yardage crew of Easterling, Bedford.
I think that's
Bird.
39 also. Rhodes coming in the game for Crockett.
Definitely. Uh-oh.
Yeah, quarterback went one way. I think that was on the quarterback. I think he didn't go the right way, because both backs went the other way, and he turned around. There was nobody there.
And
loss of 2.
Jimmy just removed his cap on the sidelines. That one got under him. Now we're bringing out the short yardage crew and putting back in the speed.
I'm not sure. It looked like it was just going to be a run up the middle, but I'm not sure what happened there. Just the back or the receiver or the quarterback went the wrong way.
One spun to the right and one spun to the left, and they didn't ever connect. 3rd down and 12. Collins airing it out, in and out of the hands of Johnson, Jeremy Johnson.
Yeah, the defender got his hand in there, but I think Johnson actually had the ball in his hands. Probably should have caught that ball. Not a bad pass, but he'll go back tonight laying down in the bed thinking I should have caught that ball.
Exactly.
All right, 4th and 7 at the 29-yard line. Got to get down to the 21. Almost to the 21.
4th down and 12.
And big rush. He's going to spin out of it.
Gets out of it. He's got a receiver wide open and overthrows him in the end zone.
Incomplete. Diboll's going to take over on downs at the Crockett 30-yard line.
Well, we moved the ball offensively, Tommy, and then we just kind of stalled out.
Yeah, that mix-up on the play right there just kind of just took us out of our rhythm, and we just couldn't recover from that. I mean, Collins made a good roll out to avoid the rush. Saw a man open, just put a little bit too much zip on the ball, overthrew the receiver by about a yard.
So Crockett turns the ball over on downs. Diboll has it at their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10, with 7 minutes exactly to go here in this 3rd quarter. Number 20 just breaks through and picks up from the 29 to the 45. So give him 16 yards on that, moves the sticks once again. And, you know, we talked about it during the pregame show, Tommy, running back by committee for the Diboll LumberJacks, and they have three running backs that would be a featured starter on any football team.
Right. And you can see the Dogs, they're kind of dejected after not scoring on that drive, and Diboll just took advantage of it, just ran it right down us.
Another handoff to number 20.
Flag. They're going to call him offside.
They're going to get us offsides.
Yeah, he shot up there, tried to shoot the gap, but I think he was definitely offsides, passed the ball on the snap. 6:27 mark. Crockett trailing by 14, 21-7. I'll look up if I can see if I can get a few scores here.
So it's going to be ball's going to be moved to the 50-yard line. Be 1st and 5 for Diboll.
Crockett's district. Cold Spring leading Westwood 21-9 in the 3rd quarter, and Trinity leading Elkhart 28-12 at halftime.
2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Big number 20 takes a handoff. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. Finally going to be taken down
at the 32.
At the 32. That's a favorable spot for us. Another 1st down for the Diboll LumberJacks.
Over in Centerville, start of the 4th quarter. Centerville now leading Grapeland 24-18. Close game. And Lovelady all over Mount Enterprise 38-0 late in the 4th quarter. I think they might be running the clock.
1st and 10 for Diboll at the 33-yard line of Crockett. Number 22, he could go into the end zone, but I think you're going to have a hold right here, and this is going to come back. we'll see what the officials call.
And Center's come back on Mattisville at halftime. Now Center's leading 20-10.
33-yard touchdown run nullified by holding. So move it back 10 yards to bring up, first and 20? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a spot foul, Tommy, so it's going to be first and about 13. What was the Grapeland Centerville score?
Centerville was up by 6, 24-18, start of the fourth quarter.
2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Number 22. I mean, they just, you got to get them at the feet.
Our defense has got to be tired. I mean, they've been on the field. We've played now 2.5 quarters, and 30 minutes. I guarantee we've been on the field probably 22 of those 30 minutes.
No doubt. 21-7, Crockett trailing Diboll. Ball at the 29-yard line. Second down and 7.
And they're not content. They're not going to throw the ball. They're just going to keep running the ball, keep the clock running, keep our offense on the sidelines. We just got to stop the run.
Quarterback keeps it. That didn't work out so well.
He's going to lose a yard.
They're going to spot it. I thought they was going to spot it back at the original line of scrimmage, and they did. Third down and 7. 4:40 to go in this third quarter. Again, brought to you by Crockett Farm and Fuel. So we'll see. They bring in number 2 now. 22's been replaced by number 2, Jalen McMillan. And good open field tackle there by Bedford.
2 on 2.
Yep. Going to bring up fourth down. And I just got a message from Miss Brenda. She says it's cold down there.
I don't think I'd send her back a message and say it's balmy up here. I don't think she would appreciate that.
Or tell her turn around and look and I'll wave out the window. Probably not either. They're going.
I'll look at the temperature.
They're going for it, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to try to keep that clock churning. And they're going to pass it.
Number 9.
And incomplete pass. That was a surprising call. So defense holds once again for the Crockett Bulldogs. Offensively, we still have an opportunity, but we need to start taking the advantage of some of these opportunities that's presented to us.
It is 54 degrees out there. Feels like 51 with the wind. A little bit different from last week.
Over in Groveton? Yes. And the week before. First and 10 for Crockett at their own 31-yard line. In the backfield is Delaney with Collins.
Still just a 2-score game.
In and out of the hands of White. They're still trying to set up that little screen pass there to Ty White. Sure is a lot of traffic over there where he throws the ball.
You know, to me, the most successful plays we've had when we've thrown the ball at least 20 yards down the field tonight, and just haven't had that many of those plays.
Second down and 10. Collins looking downfield. He's going to go nowhere, and he looked. He went down kind of hard there, and he looked like he might have had his legs bent up under him, but he jumps right back up. That's the second time, Tommy, we've seen that.
Yeah, it's almost a horse collar, like I heard somebody call. He's going to lose 4 yards.
Third down and 15.
Yeah, Mr. Collins, he's going to need to find the hot tub, I think. He's going to be a little sore. He's got hit quite a bit tonight.
Now we're going to bring in this kind of a tight formation with 3 receivers to the right. He's got good cover or good time. Overthrown to number 12 Jones, and he comes up.
I think he comes up. I think
with a cramp,
cramping, or hope it's a cramp, not a knee. I think it's a cramp.
Going to bring up 4th down and 15 for Crockett as Cruz comes out for a Cutshaw Chevrolet punt.
And Jones is over here on the sideline, so they're going to go ahead and continue play. Stretching him out. Looks like it's probably just a cramp. Yeah, he's up. He's okay.
Get that cramp worked out. Cruz needs to put his foot into this one, and Tommy, he does. Good punt there. Fair catch.
Oh, yeah, the receiver the guy that caught the ball, number 10, kind of went into our guy, so no penalty.
Which we're thankful for.
They're going to take over 2:36 mark here in the third quarter, leading by 2 scores, 21-7. Diboll is going to take over at their own 40 or 37-yard line.
Well, Tommy, you got a big day tomorrow?
I don't know soccer. No
garage.
A couple of grandkids are spending the night over at the house tonight, so I'll probably stay up messing with them tonight. But tomorrow's just basically going to be hopefully a Tommy day where I can just get out in my shop and do what I need to do. And
Texas play tomorrow?
I think they play Baylor tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's probably an early kick.
At Texas or at Baylor, or do you remember?
I think it's at Baylor, but I'm not. I'll look it up here in a second.
Got to see which running back by committee this is. I think that's number 20. He goes up the middle, not but about a yard gain, but it's because he's dadgum far in the backfield when he takes off.
5-1 now, Dodgers leading.
2:17 to go in this third quarter. Again, brought to you by Crockett Farm and Fuel.
And Tom Brady has a new receiver, Antonio Brown, signed with the Buccaneers.
And I see Des Bryant signed with the Ravens. Quarterback looking downfield. He could get sacked there by that defense.
He's not a running back, that's for sure. He's done a pretty good job throwing. It's Baylor at Texas at 2:30 tomorrow. LSU plays South Carolina at 6 o'clock at LSU. There'll be some beverages sold at that game if they allow fans in the stands.
There's no doubt. Third down and 15. The ball at the 32-yard line of the Diboll LumberJacks. 1:30 to go. Again in the third quarter, Crockett trailing 21-7.
Yeah, they've gotten a little sluggish here, in the late third quarter. They're giving us every opportunity to stay in the game. We just got to get a couple drives down and get some scores.
Well, this should put them in a punting situation as the running back gets up to the original line of scrimmage, number 20, James Johnson.
And, for the most part, we've had a couple chirping out there, but for the most part, a lot of the players have helped each other up, patted each other on the helmet. It's been a clean play game for the most part, and that's Torres. I think he's got almost like a cramp in his toe, in his foot or something. I mean, he's not happy right now. He's struggling. Gets off the field, though. Trying to help him walk it out.
Patillo out for to punt the ball. We got to get all of our players on the field now.
Why is that a penalty? Or did the clock might have went down to 0 because the back judge threw that flag.
Well, let's see what the officials call.
I think the play clock expired, went down to 0.
I think so. Delay a game against Diboll. Be a 5-yard penalty.
We'll take that 5 yards.
You bet you. Move the ball back.
That's the back judge. That's his job on a punt, or obviously passing down. He keeps us on that 25-second clock.
Watch that clock. Ball back at the 32-yard line of the Diboll LumberJacks. We got a couple of guys back for the Bulldogs.
Almost blocked.
And that one, we're just going.
Oh, don't touch that ball, Jones. He got lucky. He reached up, touched the ball, and it went off a Diboll guy and went out of bounds.
And he comes up a little. He's still kind of feeling that.
It's like everybody knew he was fixing to reach up and touch it, and everybody in the press box just gasped when he touched the ball.
It's like, don't touch it. Crockett will set up 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. I mean, we can't complain about where we've started offensively.
Our worst starting field position on the night was Crockett 24-yard line. That's not too bad.
17 seconds remain in this third quarter, which seems like it's taken forever.
Well, what I write down, the Bradshaw curse. Well, but it is only 9 o'clock, so can't complain there. And we don't have a long drive home.
No, sir. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Collins getting a little heat. He's going to air it out. He's got a receiver wide open. Intercepted by number 10. And he's at the 40. He's at the 35. He's going to be taken down at the 29-yard line. So it started at the 29 and comes back to the 29.
One play, interception. And I think we've turned the ball over. I know we've had 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. At least 3 turnovers. And, close game turnovers will beat you. Right now, they're not helping us right now offensively.
1st and 10 for Diboll at the Bulldog 29-yard line. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, third quarter action brought to you by Crockett Farm and Fuel.
I think we're short a player.
And we're going to call a timeout with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're going to take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds right here on K.I.V.Y.
Sign up today for Domino's Piece of the Pie Rewards program and begin earning points towards a free pizza with every order of $10 or more. You can now even earn points over the phone or on past orders. Visit Domino's.com to sign up, and for more information, visit Domino's, located at 1000 Loop 304 in Crockett, or call them tonight, 936-624-0111. Domino's Pizza, proud to support the Crockett Bulldogs.
Well, Tommy, 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Crockett trailing 21-7. And that was a big turnover there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he just threw the ball. Had a guy open, he flashed open early and threw the ball, and the ball kind of floated on him and didn't quite get to the receiver. And they had a safety just came over playing center field and just picked it off and returned it down to the Crockett 30-yard line. And here's where the defense has to dig in. If they score here, we're in trouble.
I would think so. Trailing 21-7 should be the final play. They fumble. Crockett should get it.
Oh, Lazarus just came in. There's no flag.
Now we have a flag with 1 second, Tommy. 1 second
left. 3 plays in 6 seconds, and there's been 2 turnovers.
1 second left in the third quarter.
Sure would be nice if it's a 15-yard penalty on the other guys and we get the ball out around the 40-yard line, but I got a feeling the way the Dogs are acting, holding their hands up, it's going to be against Crockett.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Crockett,
but should be Crockett's ball.
So they'll move
about the 15 or so, 14 or so.
Let's see. They're going to mark it off with 1 second left. That 1 second look familiar, Tommy? It'll be 1st and 10.
The turnover will happen, so it will be Bulldogs' ball. Still just trailing by 14 points, a whole quarter to play.
Ball goes back to the 12.5-yard line, so Crockett will set up offensively.
I think what happened on the penalty, the Crockett cornerback guarding the receiver on the far side just basically slammed him to the ground, and that was, not even around the ball. Not a real smart play.
And the official was right there on top of it, so 21-7, Crockett trailing. Big turnover. Crockett had a big turnover, then they just recovered a fumble, so Crockett really needs to do something. This will be the last play of the third quarter at Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium. Going to put 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Still trying to get that screen out, and they hit Jones. Jones is going to pick up about 1 yard. So at the end of the third quarter, it is the Diboll LumberJacks 21, the Crockett Bulldogs 7. Third quarter action brought to you by Crockett Farm and Fuel. We're back with fourth quarter action in 60 seconds, brought to you by Bruner's Economy Car Center, home of the Big Buck Contest. Back in 60 seconds.
Bruner's Economy Car Center is your full-service auto body repair shop. Bruner's will tow your vehicle, set you up in a hassle-free rental car, And when Bruner's repairs your vehicle, they'll give you half off your deductible up to $250. Bruner's Economy Car Center is celebrating their 15th annual Big Buck Contest. And this year, to thank their loyal customers, they will have 2 lucky winners of $500 each. Yes, you heard that right. 2 lucky winners of $500 each. That's $1,000 given away at the end of deer season, compliments of Bruner's Economy Car Center. So remember, when you hit that big buck, request Bruner's Wrecker Service and save. Call 936-544-7142 or after hours 936-546-4022. Bruner's Economy Car Center, trusted since 1972, home of the Big Buck Contest.
Clock, Tommy. That's what's separating us and receiving our first defeat.
Well, I don't want to correct you, but this is high school. 12 minutes on the clock.
I'm looking over here at this reflection.
I know, I'm messing with you.
12 minutes on that clock. I said we was going to stretch this fourth quarter.
Somebody just sent me a message. Love Lady won 38-0 over Mount Pleasant. So congratulations to the Love Lady Lions.
So they're already done.
I think that win, I don't think puts them in the playoffs, but if it don't, it gets them really close to the playoffs because they've won, I think, 3 in a row.
Second down and 11. Number 8 on the Johnson on the reception up to the 20. Going to be about 3 yards short of the first down.
7-yard gain. One of the better passes on the night by Collins.
We just need to work that. We just third down and 3. We got to get a first down here, Tommy. We cannot afford to punt.
Was that Johnson or Pat?
That was number 8, Johnson.
Johnson, okay.
There it is.
There we go.
Jones gets it, comes across the middle. Another Hargrove Mill Heating and Air first down. Ball up to the 31-yard line. That's what we need to do. Those last 2 pass plays have been the best all night, Tommy.
I agree.
Jones coming out. He's still battling from that cramp earlier in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Very important possession here for Crockett. Delaney takes the handoff. He breaks. He's at the 35. He's at the 40.
Oh, one guy got him by a shoelace. And I just got corrected. It says Love Lady is in second place by themselves behind Tenaha, and they've already played Tenaha. I'm not sure whoever shoot me that message, but shoot me Love Lady's schedule, who they play the last 2 weeks, and we'll put that on the air too.
I think I may have it here in the book.
That was Delaney running on that carry?
Yes.
What?
Let me go to my book here and see what I have.
And illegal, flag on Crockett, 5 yards.
They go to Cushing next week, and then they're at home against Overton. Penalty going to be marked off against the Crockett Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty be 1st and 15. So Love Lady plays Cushing next Friday night. And then they're hosting Overton for senior night.
Somebody's Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, they are. We don't know who it is.
Cushing at Cushing.
Overton at Love Lady.
Says, that's Pee-wee. Pee-wee. Mr. Pee-wee from Lovely. I should have known. He's on top of stuff down there. Good job, Pee-wee.
Second down and 15 for the Crockett Bulldogs. We just need to keep rolling here, Tommy. 10 minutes and 21 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Again, brought to you by Bruner's Economy Car Center, home of the Big Buck Contest. Intended for Jones.
They were almost thinking that might have been a lateral. Went through Jones' hands. It was laying over there about the 40-yard line. It rode out of bounds. I don't think it was lateral, but the Diboll coaching staff sure thought it was.
You don't want to take a chance on it being that close.
You got to get on it. I mean, because sometimes somebody can sell it that it is when it's really not, and officials will say Diboll's ball. it's a lateral, they're going to mark it out where it went out of bounds.
I think they're going to
wonder if it's a lateral.
They're going to call. I think they're going to call it a lateral.
So it should be third and 15, just like it was.
Well, that's a long 15.
Yeah, they said it was a lateral, went out of bounds because it was second and 15,
and that's about third and 20. We need to get down to the Diboll 43-yard line, and it's setting on our 43. So now Coach Thompson is out there pleading his case.
I don't think he knows what to call. All officials just standing around looking at each other, and they're not even talking.
Somebody make a decision, please. Play ball.
That was not a lateral.
Now they're moving the ball back up to the 40.
That's where it should be.
Yes.
That's where it should be, third and 15.
Well, it's at the 40. We need to get down to the 43, so it's third and 17.
How did we lose 2 yards on that?
Dude,
I
have no idea. But I'm telling you, if you look where that down marker's at and you look where that first down marker's at, it's third and 17. Collins just needs to go for 18. And he's throwing into a crowded...
Almost picked off. Doing the double coverage.
Yep, intended for K.I.V.Y. double, and he, like you said, he was double coverage. So fourth down and 17 right now. Cruz is coming out for a Cutshaw Chevrolet.
Don't know if we have a fake punt in our arsenal, but it'd be kind of hard to pull one off right now, 4th and 17. So I think Cruz would probably punt this ball.
He needs to just try to, and hopefully he'll get a Bulldog bounce. Don't forget to stop by Cutshaw Chevrolet. October is truck month.
No snap, no rush. Good. Oh, no flag.
Legal procedure.
Legal procedure of Crockett. So they're going to move us back 5 more yards. Getting a little sluggish out here. Wind looks like it's blowing almost out of the northwest, I guess. Flags are kind of...
Well, I found out what's on the field. It's leaves, is what they said, from these trees behind the visitor side.
Well, when they mow the field, maybe they can get the leaves off.
Yeah, okay. They might vacuum that one out there, Tommy. All right, Crew's going to attempt that Cutshaw Chevrolet punt once again, and that, just let it roll.
Oh, picks it up. Might have rolled down inside the 20, and he picks it up at the 26.
Just let it roll. Okay. All right. 1st and 10 for Diboll at their 26-yard line. Next Friday night, the Bulldogs are on the road at Cold Spring. I think Tommy...
Not that long a drive, but it seems like it takes 2.5 hours to get there, and it's really only about an hour and a half, I guess, probably. When you think?
I guess it depends on which way you go. And
I've known people that go to Livingston. I know people that go to Huntsville. I've always gone to Dodge and turn right there.
I think that's the way that you and I will make that trip. Cold Springs still leading
Riverside.
Yeah.
Turn and go.
Cold Springs still leading Westwood.
Let's see here.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Diboll. 10 minutes and 1 second to go in this fourth quarter. Again, brought to you by Bruner's Economy Car Center, home of the Big Buck Contest.
Coach, 7 minutes in the fourth quarter.
22 takes the handoff. He could go all the way. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. And that one started at the 26-yard line. 74-yard touchdown run by number 22, Jalen Jackson, with 9:48 to go here in this fourth quarter. And Tommy, that might have just sealed the deal.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but if Dandy Don was up here, he'd be warming up right now.
And you knew eventually one of the three backs, one of the trifecta, was going to bust it, and that Jalen Jackson just took it 74 yards for the Diboll LumberJacks.
Like I say, our defense, we've basically been on the field,
they're just
three-fourths of the game.
Just wore out. Out for the extra point. Snap is back. Mishandled the snap. We didn't rush, so they had plenty of time to correct it. So with 9:48 to go in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Bruner's Economy Car Center. It is now Diboll 28, Crockett 7. We're back in 60 seconds.
Crockett Farm and Fuel, located on Loop 304 in Crockett. Crockett Farm and Fuel is your local Purina dealer and is ready to serve you. Crockett Farm and Fuel can serve large or small ranchers and weekend ranchers too. And Crockett Farm and Fuel is always ready to assist the pet owners, no matter the size of the pet. Crockett Farm and Fuel opens 6 days a week, Monday through Friday until 5:30, and on Saturday until 1 o'clock. Go by and let them serve you. That's Crockett Farm and Fuel. Visit them soon.
Styles by Miles invite you to stop by and meet newcomer Justin Ritchie. Justin has tons of talent and is awesome at giving you exactly the style you're looking for. Plus, Justin has punch cards. Every visit gets you a punch towards a free haircut. They're located in the Domino's parking lot. Of course, they follow CDC COVID guidelines and masks are required. Hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 to 3:30. Call Justin at 903-948-4060 or Chip at 903-252-2347.
Welcome back to Monty Jack Driscoll Stadium. Diboll kicking back off to the Bulldogs, once again leading 28-7. Number 15 takes the kickoff. K.I.V.Y. kind of looked for a lane and then just went like from zero to quick.
We're going to put it down at the 32-yard line.
And looks like A.J. Wallace is making his way to the locker room.
And real quick, highlight just a couple important scores. Coach Spring 28, Westwood 23, 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Groveton leading Leon 22-6. Trinity leading Elkhart 36-18. Of course, we heard Lovelady won big. Grapeland is trailing by 2 scores now. Centerville 32-18. About 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter in that game. And Franklin is putting it on Buffalo now 42-20.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 31-yard line. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Brunner's Economy Car Center. Collins looking across midfield for Ty White. He catches it, Tommy.
Oh, he did catch that ball. That's a heck of a catch.
About 15 yards on that reception. Move those sticks. Another Hargrove Neal Heating and Air first down. Get in contact with Calvin and Cynthia. That cold front will be here first part of the week. If that heating system's not working properly, you're going to need it. Yeah, that was a heck of a catch by Ty White. Delaney takes the handoff. He goes into kind of the middle of the line, nothing there, so he circles back around trying to get out to the left-hand side, Tommy, and nothing there either.
You know, obviously our offense has struggled tonight, but a lot of that is because of the defense of Diboll. Diboll is probably, I might say, they got the best defense we've seen so far this year.
Oh, I think that's absolutely correct.
And probably 2 of the best running backs on one team,
or
3 running backs,
or 3. I mean, they've got the triplets, if you will. Collins looking downfield. He's trying to get away from the Diboll rush.
Go down for about a 2-yard loss.
8:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Crockett trailing 28-7. And, you know, Collins has been rushed more this game than any other game that he's played all year.
He's been tackled quite a bit in this game. Like I said earlier, he's going to be one sore young man come tomorrow morning.
Really need Westwood to come back against Cold Spring.
Well, if it stays like this, where did I write it down? Well, we'll talk about that when it gets a little closer to the end of the game.
Talk about it in the post-game report. And there was a crisscross on a pattern there, because where Collins threw that ball, there wasn't but 2 players over there, and both of them have on red helmets.
Well, he just overthrew. He had to get rid of it quick, and he overthrew it to the Crockett receiver.
It's going to be 4th down and 12, and we're going for it. Ball at our own 44-yard line, Tommy, but, you know, I think we have to. I mean, it's, you know.
Like Trey said earlier, sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's feathers. Right now it's feathers for Crockett.
Looking downfield, and that should been pass interference. I mean,
he grabbed him from behind, slowed him
there.
Down.
Yeah,
at least defensive holding, but it's going to be turnover on downs for Crockett.
So Diboll will get the ball at Crockett's 44-yard line,
and I'm sure they're going to be content just to run the ball. But we got to stop them.
You wouldn't think they would be throwing it.
No.
But you gotta think they're just going to keep throttling.
Well, Crockett's defense is dejected right now. You can see it. Just everybody's out there kind of, shoulders kind of limped over, and Diboll's sprinting out on the field. They're going to score as many points as they can score. It's up to us to keep them from scoring.
1st and 10 for now. There you go.
Oh, wow.
We got penalties everywhere.
I think it was on 3, and he thought it was on 1.
All right, Tommy, let me give you a few updated scores. Centerville now leading Grapeland 38-18 with 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Westwood has pulled ahead of Cold Springs 31-28 with 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yes, you're right. Wow. That actually would help Crockett.
Groston leading Leon 22-6. Trinity on top of Elkhart 43-18.
Tell you what, Westwood's a different team at home.
Yeah. So anyway, hand off to that big running back.
Oh, look at here, we got. Oh, they're going to call a penalty.
Yeah,
that wasn't worth the penalty.
And Bedford's going.
Now another flag goes out.
Yeah, and Bedford's going to possibly get ejected.
I mean, they were out there, chicken fighting both of them, and then Bedford got the best of him, and then all he did was he kind of climbed off of him and kind of stood over him. That's probably why they threw the flag.
For taunting, we've got a player down on the field.
Nobody's even attended to him. Bless his heart. I'm not sure who it is. He's laying out right on the blue of the sea, the logo for Crockett on the field. Finally got somebody out there to check him out. I think that's Rhodes.
Well, I hear the coaching staff.
That's a horrible call. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was too. I mean, he I don't say he taunted him, but he did. He didn't stand over him, but he walked across his helmet. Basically, is what he did from above.
So the ball is at the 46-yard line of Crockett. It's fixing to go 15 yards. So it's going to be marked off 15 yards against Crockett.
Ooh, it's that fourth quarter's long.
What'd you write down there at the top of that paper?
I'm not even going to say it because it's going to make it even longer. And Garrison looks like they're going to possibly beat St. Augustine, leading them by 11 late in the third quarter.
1st and 10 for Diboll at Crockett's 31-yard line. Hand off to number 20. There's a hole you could have drove a Mack truck through. Give him about 8 yards on that carry. Bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball down at the 22-yard line. And that just keeps the clock rolling. 7:40.
And unfortunately, looks like Centerville's going to beat, not unfortunately, but Centerville's going to beat Grapeland. They're leading by 12 with 57 seconds to go. So Grapeland's going to lose 2 games in a row in district, and then I think they get Leon.
They host Leon next Friday night. Number 20 takes the handoff again. He bounces off of 3 or 4 Bulldogs, and he's still churning. He is still churning.
He might score.
He is still churning, and he takes...
Oh, Crockett has the ball.
Yeah, Crockett has the ball.
They didn't mark the ball.
They ain't blew the whistle. And there...
Why would they block right there? 20 yards behind
Bedford.
Yeah, he was 20 yards ahead going in for a touchdown, and one of the Crockett guys ran up and tripped one of the Diboll guys. It's going to be Crockett's ball, but it's going to be at midfield. That was just a bonehead play. Let's just call it that. Because it basically turned into a hockey scrum about the 15, and it pushed, and we thought they was going to say touchdown, but one of the Crockett guys, is that too. Is that Bedford?
That's Bedford.
Came out with a ball and went 100 yards. He was about the 20-yard line, and one of the Crockett guys tripped one of the Diboll guys 20 yards behind the play at the 40-yard line. Let's see what...
You hearing yourself, Tommy?
Somebody sounds like a redneck down there talking. I realize it's me.
Well, let's see how this is all figured out. I mean that it's 2020. Should we say any more?
Let's just hope 2021 is a whole lot better than 2020. If it's not, Lord help us all.
So, all right, Crockett is going to have the ball at their own 45-yard line. So we're going to be awarded the turnover, the ball.
I mean, it kept them from scoring. So I mean, it 7 minutes to go. You're down 3 scores. You got to score quick here.
Us tripping the player
costs us a touchdown.
So that tripping penalty is a 55-yard penalty and 7 points off the board.
Yeah. Oh, and now there's another flag. I guess they're going to call us delay of the game. And
this has got out of control.
Kind of falling apart right here in front of us. We're over here talking on the sideline, trying to determine what play we're going to run, and the play clock was ticking.
And it's ticking again. So now it's 1st and 15 for the Crockett Bulldogs at their own 40-yard line. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Bruner's Economy Car Center, home of the Big Buck Contest. We need to strike quickly here, Tommy.
Yeah, we were a little quick. A little too quick on the snap.
It'll be another 5-yard penalty against the Crockett Bulldogs, so it will be 1st and 20 at our 35-yard line. So before we get this one snapped, it will be 65 yards. It'll be a 55-yard penalty, then a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, Coach Spring scored.
Did they really?
There's 51 seconds to go in the game. They're up 35-31.
Wow.
Yep. They must have got a big kickoff return or something because they scored quick. Face mask.
And believe this or not.
And the official back here, 10 seconds after the first flag, throws his flag.
And believe it or not, 25 seconds to go, Centerville well only leading Grapeland by 4 points. Wow.
Wasn't it 38-24?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know, Tommy. Dude, I think I'm just ready to go to the house.
Hey, it could be worse. We could be in Newton right now and have to drive all the way back to Crockett. We're in Crockett.
Dude, I'd just go get a hotel and say I'd drive me back tomorrow.
Call Lonnie and say, hey, I know you got an apartment down here somewhere.
Yeah, we're coming to see you. Now the ball is at the 50. Easterling takes the handoff. He breaks 1 tackle. He breaks 2. He's going to be down to the 42, give him 8 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Dogs just haven't had their best offense tonight. Like I said earlier, Diboll's defense got to be credited for part of that, but we just haven't really got into a flow tonight at all.
Easterling's going to pick up the first down and a little bit more, give him 5 yards on that carry inside the 40-yard line down to the 38. Another Hargrove Neal Heating and Air first down for the Crockett Bulldogs.
Easterling again.
That's 3 consecutive calls. He don't want to go down.
Hard. Somebody came in and hit him hard, but he's going to pick up about 6 yards.
Well, there was 5 LumberJacks that it took to get him down, Tommy. Just trying to keep up with some of these other scores from around the area. Things are tightening up a little bit.
Some of us. Looks like Groveton's going to beat Leon, leading by.
Delaney takes the handoff this time. He's going to get inside the 30 down to the 29. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 for the Crockett Bulldogs. And I think, a touchdown here is probably not going to change the outcome of the game, but it's certainly a big confidence booster.
Yeah, now you just want to get out of the game healthy, unless you can score real quick on the next couple of plays.
Easterling is going to pick up the 1st down plus a few more inside the 25. So about that, well, it's going to be right at the 25-yard line where they're going to mark it, Tommy. 1st and 10. Another Hargrove Neal Heating and Air 1st down for the Crockett Bulldogs. Again, next Friday night, Tommy and I will be in Cold Spring. Big battle between the Bulldogs and the Trojans, and the Trojans were leading Westwood 35-31. Easterling's going to take the handoff, go around the right-hand side, pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
3. Yeah, it's like those 2 games where you get the late scores. Nothing's happened, since.
Yes. The clock's not moved, nothing. Six to 1 Dodgers on top of the 7th. That's going to be a loss for the Bulldogs. They sniffed that one out.
They're going to lose about 3 yards.
4:30 to go here in this 4th quarter. Again, brought to you by Bruner's Economy Car Center, home of the Big Buck Contest. 3rd down and 11 for the Crockett Bulldogs. Coming out is Easterling. Coming in is Simmons. But you're right, Tommy. We don't have a very long drive to get home. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Collins looking into the end zone. Throws into double coverage. Pass intended for Jones. Brings up 4th down and 11. See what the Bulldogs dial up here. I think if you turn it over on downs, 3:55 to go, it's a good possibility that Diboll would just run out the clock. Collins looking into the end zone, and I think that one is
intended for White.
Yep.
Underthrew it a little bit. The Diboll defender came back, almost intercepted about the 3-yard line, but Dogs are going to turn it over on downs, and Diboll's ball, 3:48 mark, leading 28-7.
Final score: Centerville 38, Grapeland 34.
Hard-fought game by both teams. That'd been a fun game to be at.
Cold Springs still leading Westwood 35-31. Don't have an update on it.
They've been saying 51 seconds on the clock now for 5 minutes.
22-14, Groveton and Leon with 2:30 to go.
If Cold Spring holds on, Diboll's going to be 4-0. Crockett and Cold Spring both be 3-1, so that game next week could easily be for the 2nd, 3rd seed.
That's right. Number 20 takes the handoff, give him about 2 yards on that carry, bring up 2nd down and 8. It just keeps the clock turning with 3:30 to go in this 4th and final quarter. Crockett trailing 28-7.
I bet they must have a player hurt or something at the Westwood game, because, it's been saying 51 seconds now, like I said a few minutes ago, a good 5 minutes. And Trinity's going to beat Elkhart, so Trinity's going to go to 2-2, and that would mean Trinity would be the number 4 seed if the season ended today.
2nd down and 8, handoff to number 20. He's trying to get to the left-hand side. He's going to pick up a 1st down, and he's going to get more. He's going to be drugged down from behind, Tommy, in about the 37-yard line of the Crockett Bulldogs. Good run there by number 20, James Johnson. I mean, they just got running backs that are just.
If their name starts with J, they're a good running back at Diboll. Let's just put it that way.
and you know, they just constantly have fresh legs out there. They just wear you out.
Yeah, 254 mark. Obviously, they're not going to throw the ball. It's just they're going to keep running the ball, and it's up to the Dogs to keep them out of the end zone, or they're going to score again.
1st and 10 for the LumberJacks. Number 20, he's going to be tackled down by Easter.
Oh,
now
something happened out here.
We got flags everywhere. Number 1, Kobe Clark, and number 19.
That's going to be on number 1 for Diboll, because he came down there and he did something. He got out of there real quick. Yeah, I think it's going to be on there. Yeah, they're going to step it off against Diboll. Penalty's going to be on number 1,
Kobe Clark. Going to be offensive holding, personal foul, face mask, Crockett.
Personal foul, face mask, Crockett.
So we'll let them try to sort this stuff out. Cold Springs beat them 35-31, Tommy. Lufkin gets a victory tonight, 38-23.
So like we said, Diboll's going to be 4-0, Crockett 3-1, Cold Spring 3-1, Trinity 2-2, Westwood and Huntington 1-3, Elkhart 0-4.
20 takes a handoff. Good stop there by number 2, Bedford. Back at the original line of scrimmage.
Who does Trinity play next week?
I think they have a bye.
No, Westwood at Trinity.
Westwood at Trinity, and then Trinity comes to us. So Diboll has the bye next week. If we're at no, that's not necessarily the case.
Elkhart might have the bye.
Or Huntington. No,
Huntington's off this week.
Huntington is at Elkhart, or Elkhart and Huntington play next week, so Diboll is going to have the bye next week. Again, 20, Johnson takes the handoff. They just eating up that clock. 1:20 and counting here in the Brunner's Economy Car Center fourth quarter. At the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, during our Stephen F. Austin State University postgame report, we'll select our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game and look at the scoring summaries and so forth, brought to you by Darling Ingredients. That won't take long since we only have 7 points on the board, Tommy.
Scored first, and then gave up 4 touchdowns after that. And I think one more snap, and then we'll go Katie bar the door.
I think you're right. Our final score is going to end up being 20.
No, we're going to snap. They're going to snap it one more time.
I got to stand up.
Disappointing loss by the Dogs, but I mean, hey, we're going to end up being 5-3 in second place. If we win our last 2 games, we will be the second seed. Maybe just if we win it next week, I think if we win next week, we're the second seed because we'll have the victory over Cold Spring.
And then, but then it could be depending on what
a three-way tie.
Depending on what Trinity does, because they're not out of it. They'll only be 1 game behind us.
Yeah, and then we play Trinity here in 2 weeks.
That's going to be the final play of the night as the Crockett Bulldogs lose their first district game to the Diboll LumberJacks 28-7. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Brunner's Economy Car Center. We're back in 60 seconds with our Stephen F. Austin State University postgame report right after this.
Darling Ingredients in Grapeland is pleased to support the youth of Houston County and sends their best wishes to the Crockett Bulldogs during the 2020 season. For more information about a career with Darling Ingredients in Grapeland, visit darlingii.com. Again, that's darlingii.com. Darling Ingredients, the team behind the team.